Iowa hosting Eau Claire, who has just one win on the season. Throw the records out the window because an upset was brewing early. 2 minutes in, Jarius Grissom delivers a looper to Joel Shaw for a touchdown. 3 minutes later, Deshaun Williams takes the end-around handoff to the end zone for the score. Eau Claire starts off hot, 16-0 early. 8:30 in the first quarter. Carlos Rogers finds Justin Brown to get the woo on the scoreboard. First and goal, still the first quarter. Grissom to Vincent Wilkerson. Eau Claire rolling up by a couple scores. Middle of the second quarter, Carlos Rogers sees the blitz, runs right up the middle, 18 yards to pay dirt. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rogers throws on the run to JoJo Albright. Iowa down by 9. Signature Shelley for good measure. 5 seconds left. Eau Claire has the ball at the 1. And Grissom, what's he decide to do with it? Well, he throws a pick. One more. Can he take it all the way back in the final seconds of the first half? No. Eau Claire takes a 35-26 lead into halftime. Here's Rogers for Iowa. Escapes the blitz. Vontre Henderson found him. Woo coach Victor Mann saying they're not going to beat us this easily. Grissom's pass picked off. How about one more again? Carlos Rogers rushed 7 times for 88 yards and 2 scores. This one makes it 48-35, Iowa up. Here's a crafty play. Rogers runs circles around the defense before throwing it off to Jeff Mack. Let's give it to Mack one more time. Iowa goes on a 40-0 run to close out the game and holds Eau Claire scoreless in the second half. Woo win, 60-35. Hot Springs taking on St. Joseph for the second week in a row. The first matchup, the Goats whipped the Wiseguys by 44 points. This game was closer. St. Joe didn't have an easy time on offense as their last. Roderick Chapman picked off 2 passes from Angelo Trujillo. What's the recipe for success? Throw it up to Aaron Dilworth and he'll come down with it. Flipping over the wall and mossing the defender. What an unbelievable catch by number 1 in red. 20-6 Hot Springs leads at halftime. 2 minutes after the break, Angelo Trujillo to Boo Smith makes it a 1-score game. A long 4th and goal. Jordan Ambrose trying to find Aaron Dilworth once again. Can he come down with it? Yes, sir, he can. Juggling catch. How about go celebrate with the fans? 27-13 Wiseguys. Angelo Trujillo and Boo Smith connected for 2 touchdowns. This one the full length of the field. Let's go, a minute 30 left in the game. Hot Springs up 35-31. St. Joe with the ball on 4th and 5. Trujillo to Demarius Washington to take the 2-point lead. He says good night for his celebration. A little early? Not sure. Conversion attempt, though. DeWandre Crockett. Are you kidding me? One of the best catches you will ever see. Can he return it for 2 to tie it up? Pitch it back? No. 15 seconds left, 1st and goal for Hot Springs. Jordan Ambrose rolls out and finds Kyle Lester. Big fella touchdown. Puts Hot Springs up by 4. Crowds loving it. One final chance for St. Joe. Trujillo lobs it up, trying to find Washington once again. No can do. Pass batted down. Bones Bagante and the Wiseguys game plan to beat the Goats 41-37. Here's a look at your standings with 1 game remaining. Duluth, Ozarks, and Iowa have all clinched the Arena Mania playoffs. Duluth could be as high as 1, as low as 3. Ozarks could be as high as 1, as low as 4. Iowa could be anywhere between 2 and 4. Hot Springs still in the hunt. They could be as high as 2 if they win. If they lose, they could be out of the playoffs. St. Joseph trying to get a pretty difficult scenario to work, but in order for anything to happen for them, they need to win. And Eau Claire, sitting at 1-6, is the only team right now out of the playoffs. We had the full breakdown of every playoff scenario and implication on our social medias at the Arena League.
All right, good evening and welcome to Bank OZK Arena and Oaklawn's Arena League football field. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Iowa Woo head coach Victor Mann. Coach Mann, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good. How was the trip down? I know kind of a long road trip for you guys. How was that?
It was a long trip, but it's been good. Hospitality been great, so trip's been good so far.
Fantastic. Hot Springs living up to the hot?
It's definitely living up to the hot.
Well, we're glad you're here. Looking forward to a great game tonight. So, final game of the regular season. Talk about your season so far, kind of where you see your team is right now as we get into this final week, and if you guys think you've hit those expectations or a little more work to do.
Definitely haven't hit the expectations, but I like where we are. We're one of the fortunate teams right now to be already securing a playoff spot. We have not reached our potential as a team. We have not played 3 full phases of the game during one game, so that's offense, defense, special teams, and I don't think no team around has, so we all after the same goal, trying to have a complete game and, just be rolling going into the playoffs.
So coming into tonight's game, there's a logjam. You talk about that. There's a lot of diversity within this league. I mean, it's been great watching all the teams, but you look at it. You got Duluth a game ahead of everybody, and then a three-team race for that second, third, or fourth seed. So as you come in tonight, what would it mean for your team to get a win on the road here in this environment that should be a good environment and possibly secure that home playoff game?
Well, I mean, we have to have some other things to happen, so we don't control our own destiny when it comes to that. We just really want to come out and play a complete game. I mean, we're on the road. Who knows what this environment's going to be like, so it's going to be a little different and new. We see it on film. It seemed like a beautiful place to play in, good style of football. So we know it's going to be a good test tonight, and we're just looking forward to the competition.
What's the key difference tonight? 3 turnovers, the difference last time. Ambrose kind of got his numbers. What's the difference getting a win tonight?
Well, definitely Ambrose he controls that team, so – he had a decent game against us last time. We know he makes the team roll. So when you facing players like that, I mean, you really just want to go out there and, put your dogs against their dogs and let them guys compete. And hopefully we can tone them down a little bit. I don't know about stopping them and shutting them out. I mean, good players going to make sure that they impact the game some way, somehow. And I'm pretty sure he's the leader of that team, and he's going to figure it out. But we want to do everything we can to throw those log jams and adversity in front of him for sure.
Well, sellout is what we're being told, or real close to it. So Should be a great environment. So good luck tonight, Coach. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you in just a few on the field.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty.
All right, Coach Victor Mann of the Iowa Woo. We appreciate it.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Let's go, Wise Guys. Getting the jersey ready for the final game of the season this weekend. Let's end it with a big W for the Wise Guys. Let's win this and let's get in the playoffs.
All right, good evening and welcome in to Oaklawn's Arena League Field here inside Banco ZK Arena as we are set and ready for Hot Springs Wiseguys and Iowa Woo football. I'm Steve Henson, joined tonight, a little different voice, Mr. Tristan Harlan. Tristan, how are you, man?
Man, I'm good. There's a lot at stake here tonight, and I can feel the tension already. Game hasn't started yet, but there's a lot riding on this game.
Yeah, this is big. You look at it, I talked with Coach Bones a little bit in pregame, and you look at an expansion team, a new team into the league, and they step in and they immediately come in and are vying for that number 2 seed and to get to host a home game inside this building.
Well, the thing is that there's going to be a big adjustment for the Wiseguys tonight, and it's kind of a little bit of a heartbreaking scenario for them, but I'm sure they're going to be able to come over with a win.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Obviously, we've seen how this team has played throughout the year. They're looking to avenge a loss early in the year, a 44-26 setback to this Iowa team. In a game, when you look back at the stats, Jordan Ambrose did his thing. The offense moved the football, but they could only get 26 points on the board, and it's kind of been the story of the season. We know how good this Wiseguys defense has been all year long, but then you look at, once they get into that Bud Light red zone, they've not been able to get points. And when you look back at that last matchup, Ambrose, I think he had a little over 300 yards in that game total between rushing and passing. Had an absolutely phenomenal game, but only 26 points on the board. But the big piece to that was 3 turnovers. And we talk about how important it is for this Wiseguys team defensively to come out and set the tone. Well, Iowa did that last time. Wiseguys look to get that little bit of revenge here tonight, but more importantly is get that number 2 seed and host a home playoff game in front of what is quickly becoming a packed house here at Banco ZK Arena.
Right, and the number one thing for the Wiseguys tonight is they got to figure out a way to protect Jordan Ambrose. I mean, you go back to last time we were here in this arena, and he had no time to throw. He was constantly getting blitzed. He was constantly having to escape that pocket. And if he doesn't have more than 2 seconds to throw, he's not – yes, he can run, but how many times can he run before he starts to second-guess himself through the air?
Yeah, and the job is only harder for Jordan tonight because our very own Dilworth corner not available tonight. No Aaron Dilworth in this one. And so here we go as DeWandre Crockett, who showed out last week, looking to do the same here, nearly breaks free as he's brought down across the 15, just shy of the 20. They're going to mark it right on the 20, and it'll be 1st and 10 Wiseguys to get things started.
Yeah, definitely going to be expecting to see in this first drive for the Wiseguys is how do they move the ball through the air without Dilworth? I mean, because he's such a crucial part of that offense.
And the big thing with Dilworth is, throughout the season, we've not seen him really be a guy that puts up a lot of rack or yak after. It's more make the big play in the end zone. So it'll be interesting to see. Very own Robinson center Travion James getting the start tonight in his place. We'll see what he can do. This one over the middle, caught. And they get a number that's not on our roster involved on that one. And so we'll figure that out, as that is number 15 on the catch.
And that's something that, you know, we're going to expect to be seeing a lot of from Jordan Ambrose, those quick 2-second pop passes, because, like I said, he's not going to have a lot of time in that pocket. I mean, you know, kudos to the offensive line for the Wise Guys, but if they keep the ball in the hands of Jordan Ambrose for more than 3 seconds, it's possibly going to be bad times.
This is straight quarterback running, a lot of room. Ambrose with a first down as he is slammed down to the turf. That'll be another first down for the Wise Guys. So 1st and 10, good drive here to open the game. You know, in that previous matchup, Ambrose had over 100 yards rushing in that game, 239 through the air, 104 through on the ground. So, I mean, they found something against them last time, and already you're starting to see them operate it here early in this one. It was Evans, the motion man, as Ambrose. He's going to take off again. Good blocking by Dorsey. Ambrose going to be slammed into the walls. He gets inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Wise Guys. And once again, it's the Ambrose show.
Right, eliminating that quarterback run now from here on out with them being in the Bud Light red zone. But something that we haven't mentioned yet, and you can correct me if I'm wrong in this stat, but the Wise Guys are undefeated in revenge games. So with it being here at home, it's going to be in for an exciting game.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, things change here. Obviously, Ambrose cannot run inside the 5-yard line, so he's going to have to throw the ball as he's got Evans in the backfield with him. He'll fake it to Evans. Got his man wide open. Oh, that one sails on him. Should have been 6. Instead, incomplete as he was looking for Robinson Senator Travion James for the first score of the evening.
I just don't think Ambrose, you know, had that ball in his hand the way he wanted it to. I mean, yeah, he had the ball in his hands because that's how he threw the ball, of course, but it just looked like he kind of sidearmed it instead of really releasing it at the ear. So possibly something we're going to have to watch for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and it seemed like he found James a little late on that play. James was wide open from the outset and wasn't able to find him. So Kyle Lester, the hero of last week, back on the offensive line, but he's snapping it, so he's not eligible on this play. James, your motion man. They roll it to the right. Ambrose looking, pumping, being chased. Big man on him. Throws it. Lester can't catch it. And down at the 5. There's the penalty flag. Lester, he was eligible last week, not eligible on this play, and that'll be a penalty on the Wise Guys on back things up.
Well, and look, as a bigger guy myself, you love seeing the big boys get involved, whether that's in the passing game like that or possibly even running in the backfield like a William Perry type run back in the day for the Bears. But, again, you just can't – you got to avoid those middle early mistakes. And with that, you know, I just hate to see that for the Wise Guys.
Okay, so thanks to Chris Goodman. I knew I'd seen 15 on the field previously, but that is Vincent Hobbs, former Cleveland Brown. So out there, so some NFL flavor. So illegal touching going to be the call. And you hear the chorus of boos. That is not woo, that is boo. I believe it's 2nd down. That's a struggle at times. I don't trust that stick ever. It says 3rd, so we'll see. Ambrose looking. In trouble. He can run. Lobs it. Back of the end zone. And incomplete as he was looking for James again. Dangerous throw that time.
And Brown was kind of looking at the ref to call a pass interference, wanting the pass interference flag to throw, but, you know, just a great heads-up play by the defensive back there for the woo.
They've got a crowd in here tonight now. We were told roughly 2,500 tickets sold for this game.
I like to see Brown in this one-on-one matchup here near the
Look
wall.
for Dorsey as well as Ambrose rolls right. Chase gets away, lobs it back in the end zone. Give him 6. Terrell Brown, you called it, Mr. Harlan. Touchdown, Wise Guys.
Well, if you go back and you look at that play, you're going to see the way he lines up, and he just darts across the end zone. And as soon as he took his initial step and darted across the Wise Guys in the end zone, the DB just wasn't keeping up with him, and it left it wide open.
Beautiful play there. Good job. We've seen Ambrose do it time and time again, manipulate that pocket, move it around, and find the open man, and he does it. typically we'd have sent a single one on that play. Instead, it's double one. Number 11, Terrell Brown on the catch.
Again, I mean, you go back and you watch that play over, and that's something that coaches love to see. One-on-one matchups, get your speedy receiver out into the open field.
All right, so they'll go for one here from the 5. Brown, your motion man. Ambrose looking, throws, but he's short of the goal line. And conversion will be no good as he had Brown, but Brown did not deliver on that one.
I mean, that's a great first drive for the Wiseguys. I mean, anytime you can go down in your initial possession of the game, especially with how the stakes are lined up right now for them, to go in and get into the end zone, but Coach Bones Bagante can't ask for a better way.
No, you're right. And again, we talked about it in the pregame. We talked about it coming into this broadcast. This is a Wiseguys team that has struggled in the Bud Light red zone. Once they get down there, they're able to move between, as we say here, 20 to 20. Or 15 to 15, but once they get inside that Bud Light red zone, inside the 10, it just becomes a struggle. And a lot of that is the new rules of the Arena League with the quarterback running lanes, and you get inside the 5, the quarterback can't run the ball. And so that makes a lot of difference, especially when you've got a guy the size of Ambrose who you typically could rely on to run in that situation. So I like it. I like what Bones drew up there, and it's good to see them setting the tone here early on.
Well, and again, look, here's the thing. For the first season of this team for the Wiseguys, I mean, Coach Bagante has done a fantastic job. And you talk about Ambrose, and he's actually second in the league with rushing yards at 550. So, I mean, he's had a fantastic year.
All right, so Crockett ready to throw this one off. A line drive throw going to be touched, though. Now picked up and hog-tied and thrown down at the 6-yard line. And I'll tell you, Tristan, that was a mistake by the Woo, as JoJo Olabrise is the one who came up with the ball. But if he just lets that ball go, it's not going to land in the landing zone, and most likely you're going to get to see the Iowa Woo with the ball at midfield. Instead, because they touched it on the initial line, it is Woo ball at the 7, and that's the question from Coach Mann right now. But he'll look back at the replay of that and see that ball definitely, I'm not sure who it was initially that touched it as it tried to make its way through the line, but it was touched up here by that front line of the Woo.
Well, again, this goes back to the Wiseguys being undefeated in the revenge games. I mean, you come into Hot Springs, Arkansas, you're going to have to play some tough football to walk out with a win.
This is where our PA guy needs to get this crowd up. But defensively, you want to see these guys. This is where this crowd can make a difference. Running Rogers up the middle, and nothing there. Good job by the Wiseguys, as that's number 4, Vashawn Palmer.
And kudos to Jamon Williams there. I think he was the first Wiseguys to make the initial contact with the quarterback, so look to see him kind of evade that offensive line pressure.
Rogers in the backfield. Motion man on the far side of the field. Rogers looks that way. Now he wants to throw it deep. Maybe a hold down there. No flag. And so incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down for the Woo.
And I tell you, you cannot get more textbook coverage than that right there. I mean, he didn't grab the jersey, didn't push off, didn't shove. Just a clean hand on the player to get the ball out of reach.
It was Vontre Henderson, the intended receiver. Zeno Hannibal in coverage. Hannibal had a great game last week against the Goats. Going to pick up again here where he left off last week. Motion in the slot. They'll set up a block. Rogers takes off, room to run. He's got a first down. Cuts inside his man, shrugs him off, and knocked out of bounds as he gets close or across midfield. Phones go flying down there in the Hot Springs Animal Hospital booth. But it's a first down for the Woo.
And what a great initial block. Sent the man in motion from the backfield, made contact with the Wiseguys, and just opened up that running lane for their quarterback to find the hole and get down the field.
And Rogers, a guy, 361 yards rushing, so he's not afraid to run it this time, throwing over the middle. Got his big tight end, a struggle to get him down. Whistle blows. Forward progress ruled. It ended, and a little extracurricular after the play. Chapman on that tackle.
One thing I love most about the Wiseguys is how physical they are on defense. I mean, you're going to see the occasional touchdown from the opposing team here and there, but when it comes to tackling, the Wiseguys are hitting them hard.
Yeah. Definitely a high level of football being played. And so here we goes, Rogers. Good snap, looking, good protection. It breaks down, dumps it off to his running back. And around the right side, that might be a horse collar. Not going to be, as they say, he had him by the numbers. Didn't get him in the collar, so first down Woo. It'll be first and goal in the Bud Light red zone for the Woo.
And the craziest thing about that play is the way the middle linebacker was just kind of lurking there, just waiting to see where the ball was going to go, and just wrapped and pulled him down.
So Olabreese will be the motion man here on the near side. Rogers gets the snap. Olabreese late to move. Rogers looking. Got plenty of time. Now takes off. He's got room. And give him 6 as Rogers muscles his way in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Woo.
And that's the difference between quarterbacks who are game managers and game changers. I mean, had nowhere to go on the play. Rogers just surveyed the field and was able to find a running room to get the 6 on the board.
And they're going to go for 2. As the cricket sound, this place gets deathly quiet after that score. I like it. We got a great crowd. Give the folks here in Hot Springs, surrounding areas, a ton of credit. The seats behind us are very full. And so, all right, they'll go for 2. Tie game at 6, 7:08 to play, clock running. Rogers now pressure, gets away from it. Sidearms it, picked, intercepted, Hannibal. He can return it. Hannibal breaks a tackle, pitches it, gets it away. Oh! Chapman had a chance to score, and there's your excitement in the Arena League right there. Nearly 2 the other way instead of stay tied at 6 with 6:53 to go in our first quarter.
Well, we were talking pregame about the last time the Wise Guys had an interception in the end zone down here, and you were talking about how you were wanting them to pitch it back. Well, partner, I hope you got it right there.
I missed what that call was. Whatever it was didn't make the fans happy. We'll have our throw off. And now conversation. You can see the touchdown run here by Rogers. And a lot of guys are able to run through DeAndre Crockett like that. Crockett just couldn't wrap him up, and Rogers becomes a fan. But that's a great play by Hannibal to step out in front of that ball. Nearly made something out of it.
I believe the flag may have been forward lateral.
It's definitely right along the line. It was hard to tell. And either way, it doesn't matter. You might as well try it in that situation. No harm, no foul. All right. So I believe that's JoJo Olabreese ready to throw off. It'll be Troy Evans to return for the Wise Guys. Olabree's going to go try to hide in the corner before he throws this. Line drives it left side, bounces at the 10. Evans corrals it, stutters, across the 5, going to be dumped at the 11. And that's where the Wise Guys drive will start here. And I'm a little surprised, Tristan. I would not put it past this Iowa team with the way that they set up like that far to the corner. Last week we saw a throw off where where the Wise Guys threw it way up in the air, and it almost worked as like a sky kick, and it allowed the defenders to get down. And so I think we got some miscommunication here as to when the games are being played. So they'll get those folks off the field. We'll try this again.
Well, back to your point about the throw-offs. I mean,
but I would not be shocked if we see the Woo try to throw it high and get that high throw with the fact that they're lined up this far away from that scoreboard. So Lester at center. You got Hobbs and Dorsey next to him. Ambrose. It's the snap. Evans picks up the blitzer. Now back over the middle. Terrell Brown makes the catch. Ooh, he is hammered down. It'll be a short gain, bring up second down.
You love physicality, but the way this field is, you hit that ground, you're going to hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, last week we saw Ambrose take a shot where his helmet hit that ground hard. There was a lot of concern afterwards. Thankfully, he was able to continue on. But yeah, there's no padding under this. It's just like falling on concrete. Now Evans gets around his man at the line of scrimmage. He broke the line. He broke it down. Nothing there. Now he's got his man as Evans dives for the catch out across the 20 to the 21. Going to be right at the sticks. Going to be 3rd down and a yard.
Well, I believe there was a little bit of miscommunication there on the receiving corps because 2 of them thought they were going to come in. The others thought they were going to go. One of the other ones thought that they were going to go out. So a little bit of a miscommunication, and Evans was able to come back to the ball and make the catch.
Expect Ambrose to run this. Instead, now he takes off. Instead to Dorsey. Dorsey makes the – oh! Dorsey breaking ankles across the 20, 15, 1st down, Wiseguys.
Give that guy a manual. That's a smooth move.
Well, that was nice. No doubt about it. We've not seen that out of Lou Dorsey all year long.
Shout out Chris Smooth for that one.
So 1st down, new set of downs for the Wiseguys. Now we got a stoppage. Oh, we got an equipment malfunction here. Wardrobe malfunction, not quite of the Janet Jackson variety. We about had that last week, though, on the Crockett interception, the high-flying one-hander. When I went back and pulled highlight clips, his pants were around his knees when he got up. So, thankfully, it's just the whitey-tighties. All right, now I think we've got all the equipment figured out. It'll be 1st and 10, Wiseguys. Ambrose surveys the Woo defense. James was your motion man. Ambrose looking, directing traffic, trying to get away from trouble, just pitches it away. Evans makes a one-handed catch. Oh, what a move by Evans! Back across the field, 10, and going to be, no, not out of bounds. Now he's pushed out at the 9-yard line. That's a great play by Evans.
Well, they're getting shifty early, partner, but something that on that play that I don't know if you noticed or not, but before the wardrobe malfunction, they were in a different formation. And they came back out and they said, hold on, let's go with this, and they were able to get a couple yards on that play.
We wanted a block in the back. It was close. There on the change of direction by Evans. We got another whistle and stoppage. What's the issue now? We've got a conversation. As our eye in the sky review man is just next to us. So we'll see. Do we have a review? See what our white hat has to say.
The previous play is under review.
So we are going to get a review. First one we've had in a couple of weeks. So, we can snoop on these kind of things over here. We've got the review right next to us. We don't have much cable to work with, though.
Hey, anything's better than nothing.
Coach's challenge.
Let's see. I'm not sure what they're looking at here.
They were looking at the pass. When he tossed it back, that's what they were looking at.
Whether it was a lateral or not, gotcha. Hey, now this is pretty cool here, by the way. I love what GM Chris Goodman's done. We have quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks from around the area, all the local schools have come in to do a little throw-off, and that was definitely backwards. I'm not really sure as we look at the replay here on our official review. See, Ambrose pitches this from around the 14. It's caught way back at the 17. So I don't see any chance that this is going to be overturned.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Dorsey may have gotten away with a hold. I seen it at the last second, and he had him by the shoulder pad. But back to the quarterback throw-off. This is great and all, but they're missing a great quarterback from Pulaski Academy, okay?
Well, it was area schools, okay? You can go all the way to Little Rock to get them. We're out here in Garland County. A few of these guys we got to see at our high school media days this past week. So,
yeah, what a great opportunity that was for the network, eh?
I tell you what a great opportunity it was for all those coaches and players.
Yeah.
77 teams from around the state in football. I believe 31 volleyball teams. So it's a great time. So I think we're about to get our official ruling here.
After the review, the ruling on the field stands. The quarterback was not beyond the line of scrimmage.
Okay, so what they were looking at is if he was beyond the line of scrimmage. And I'm going to tell you right now, had I known that initially, I'd have told you he wasn't, because Jordan Ambrose is an absolute magician. when it comes to making sure he doesn't cross that line of scrimmage. We saw it way back in week 1. The plays that Jordan Ambrose made, the dancing around that line of scrimmage and staying behind it before making a throw. The other question I would have is, it doesn't matter. It was a lateral. So even if he was beyond the line of scrimmage, he can still lateral.
Well, and that's kind of where that rule kind of gets tricky, kind of gets a little mysterious because, I mean, yes, you have a great point, but still, I mean, you see what I'm trying to say here?
I'm going to get clarification from that man over your right shoulder. Ambrose rolling right, looking, throwing, oh, nearly caught. Would have been a touchdown as they were looking for Brown again, and this time incomplete. So it'll bring up a third down. And our graphic says 3rd and 10. That is not correct. You can't get 10 from here. It's 3rd and something. Third down and 3. So need the 5 for a first down. They've moved the sticks to this side, so we can't really tell. Now Ambrose looking, throwing, got his man left side. That's a first down. And knocked out of bounds is Lou Dorsey. So it'll be 1st and goal, Wiseguys.
Seems like the Wiseguys are firing on all cylinders so far tonight.
Well, and what I like so far, and again, it may just be the defensive package that the Woo are going with right now. Ambrose has had to run some, but we've not seen all the free rushers that we've seen in other games. So he's had a little bit of time to be able to kind of, again, manipulate that market or that pocket, and now had to reset the ball, make sure it was right. It is at the 4-yard line. So again, reminder, quarterback cannot run from the 5 in the Arena League. So this will have to be a pass of some sort, or they can hand it off. Now they got to hurry, though. 3 seconds. They're going to have to burn a timeout.
Well, you talked about Ambrose having to throw the ball more, and I'm almost wondering if Coach Bones Bagante gave him a little challenge in the locker room, said, hey, you ain't got your number 1 receiver. Let's see what you can do through the air.
Yeah. You know, the other thing, I'm a little curious. Now, I'd love to know the strategy on this because you think about it. A 5-yard penalty in this situation is not the worst thing in the world. Because if you take the 5-yard penalty and you get backed up to the 9, now your quarterback can run. So you open up another dimension of your offense. Tyler and I talked about that over the last couple of weeks. I'm curious then in that situation if they said, yeah, we'll take the penalty, you know, obviously. We're just going to take a delay of game. If the Woo would have declined it to keep them inside the 5. I'm really curious on that strategy. I've not seen it play out all year.
Well, and you know, just speaking for the Wiseguys instance for a moment, I mean, you got to take into account Jordan Ambrose's health. I mean, last time we were here, you saw him take a vicious hit where his head bounced off the concrete floor. He was kind of he was rocked for a moment, but, I mean, it's definitely high risk, high reward.
It is, but I also remember Jordan Ambrose diving headfirst into the Hot Springs therapy booth and taking out their entire booth, which, by the way, has grown about 3 times its size and moved to that end zone over there, which is pretty crazy. So I wonder if that just means he's going to dive into that end zone later on, just to make it a little easier and closer for him.
Well, with an athlete like Lou Dorsey on the roster, I mean, I'm sure that's going to be someone he looks at because, I mean, hey, you love to see the players being loose and getting into it. And Lou Dorsey right now, I don't know if you know this because you're a little older, but he's hitting the quan.
Why does everybody got to keep bringing up that I'm old? Just because I got gray in the beard now. Come on now. That's not old. That's called children. So we'll try this again. 1st and goal after the timeout. And double motion is Evans and Dorsey. Ambrose steps up, looking, throwing, tipped, and a souvenir for the Oaklawn booth.
Well, and here's the thing, okay? I do want to just give a quick kudos to Kyle Lester, the offensive lineman. Took on 2 people on his own there.
Yeah. You know, we've seen Kyle Lester do it all. I mean, from being a center, snapping it. So we know he's got the hands because we also saw him catch it last week for the game-winning score. So Kyle Lester is one of my favorites, and he's had a blast out there. So I'm chatting it up with the fans on the way back after he caught the ball earlier that he wasn't supposed to. Ambrose has James and Evans in motion. Ambrose in trouble, and he is swallowed up. Oh, my gosh. Helmet flies off. And let's just hope he's okay, because once again, no padding under this turf, and he was just swallowed up. And let me tell you something. Big number 0, he reminds me of a young man that we had at Maumelle a few years ago, now playing at UCLA. We're in that 0 and coming in crushing folks. Although, I got to say that my buddy Nico Davio, a little more thin.
Well, and again, you know, it was a great play by the defense, but look, you got 2 players coming at you full speed. Kyle Lester just kind of had to take one of them and kind of let the other one go by.
Hey, you're going to like number 0's last name.
Yeah, he's got a great last name. Doesn't spell it right, but he's got a great last name. He's missing an E.
Now Brown, your motion man. Ambrose in trouble, throwing deep. Oh, Brown ran out of room. Oh, but look at the catch in the back of the Oaklawn booth. Great play by that kid.
It's going to be worth a point.
Yeah, you know, we should turn this into banana ball and banana football in some way, and that would have been a touchdown.
It's got to be worth at least 1 point, maybe a half a point. So it's really 6.5 to 6.
So it'll be 4th down, I believe. Yeah, 4th down, but it's 4th and goal. It's Ambrose without Dilworth. Evans, your motion man. Ambrose drops, looking, throwing, got his man. Oh, boy, in between Brown and James, and that'll be a turnover on down. Back to the Woo as we end the first quarter. That'll do it for a quarter of play here from Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. We'll be back with more Arena League football after this.
In the rough and tumble world of fewer groans getting out of chairs and spontaneous touchdown dances. Because even wise guys need a little TLC. Spa City Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Every second counts. On the field, every player matters. And in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wiseguys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wiseguys!
All right, welcome back here to Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tristan Harlan. Iowa Woo open things up after the turnover on downs in the second and hammered down. That's got to be a grounding. Or they're going to say he's down. They're going to call him down at the 5. And what a play by Darian Price.
I mean, he came in like an absolute missile. Got off the block. Him and Palmer just shot in the backfield to get the quarterback on the floor. Rogers had no time there. That's something that fires your entire sideline up.
Yeah, look at Primes as he's exchanging pleasantries with number 10, Jeff Mack of the Woo, as that's who he just whipped right off the line. And so we'll see what happens here. Second down. Motion man, Rogers looks left, quick throw, caught, but nowhere to go as he is slung down immediately. He's in on that one, looks like a couple of wise guys. Number 21, Hosea Singleton in on that tackle. Have a few roster changes with the last minute scratch for Aaron Dilworth, so if we misidentify anybody, we apologize.
Well, one thing I can say is that the Wise Guys right now, they're coming in and they're hungry.
Yeah.
They're hungry for that number 2 seed.
Now Rogers looking, scrambling right, just going to launch it. Throws it deep and nobody home. As he was looking, I believe that's number 9, Kevon Smith. Overthrew him. Great coverage there by Vashawn Palmer. That's going to bring them a 4th down, and we'll see if they surrender, and they will.
Well, and that pass was more or less, he just gave up on the catch. I mean, he was running. He saw where it was, and he had room to run and get under it, but he just stopped. And I think he was trying to bait into the defensive pass interference, but he just stopped too soon.
Well, he stopped and gave up completely. Like,
right.
You're right. That was my thought initially was as soon as he kind of checked up, I thought that ball was destined for 5 rows into the stands. And instead it hit right off the side of the wall. If he keeps running, that might be 6. I wonder how mad they'd get if I threw my penalty flag on the field.
Well, I would say they would ask you to leave, but I think you have enough power that you can kind of say, hey, that's my bad, I won't do it no more.
I'm important to the process.
Yeah. I think you got enough backing him all mail that you'll be fine.
There you go. So 1st down as they'll hand this one away, left side, and running hard into the wall. It's number 17 for the Wise Guys.
I mean, you got to watch James here. I mean, look at how far back this defensive back is playing on coverage.
Ambrose quick throw, got Brown. Brown is wrapped up as he gets out to the 20. Forward progress will bring up a 3rd down and 5.
The blitz is coming on this play. Well, I thought it was.
Might have been held, got away with it. Throws left side, caught by James. That'll be enough for a Wise Guys 1st down.
I saw Brooks getting ready to come off that edge, and I thought he was going to come steamroll Jordan Ambrose in the next Tuesday.
I believe 17 is Quay Hicks. I had to go back to an old roster that we used a few weeks ago. And I remember Hicks was a huge piece of their win in a revenge game a few weeks ago here in this building. We didn't see him last week at all. Now Ambrose, time, looking, throwing. Dorsey catches it inside the 15, 10. Hurdles a man, out of bounds he goes. Well, over the wall. And that'll be another 1st down, 1st and goal for the Wise Guys.
These guys ain't playing. I mean, you're going to see on the replay just, whoop!
Oh, man.
Chris Berman for you.
Hurdling is legal in this league, so no penalty there. Brown, the roundabout motion. Ambrose going to follow Hicks, left side. Ambrose, hogtied, being pushed. We need some tush-push action. Instead, taken down at the 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal, Wise Guys.
The Wise Guys right now have the Woo on their heels, and I'm not sure the Woo has ever been this backed up before in this season.
So it'll be 2nd and goal, down to the 2-yard line. Now, obviously your offense changes a little here, although I'd give it to Hicks. Let him follow Prime. That's what they do. Hicks, left side. The Woo thought the same thing as Hicks dumped outside the 5-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 3rd and goal for the Wise Guys.
They had single coverage there for a moment. I thought Ambrose was going to audible out of it, and just toss it into the, well, what we call the Dilworth corner. But, again, you know, just a heads-up play by the Woo defense to get back there and stop the run before it really bloomed into something big.
All right, so we'll try this 3rd down and goal. Evans, he'll get the handoff. Evans left side, trying to block it up, fumbled, lost the ball, ball's out. And let's see. What are they going to say? They say he was down? No. Wow, they are saying he's down. Now, this is where, if you're Coach Mann, I'm reviewing this all day long. You can see our review official already taking a look. That was a fumble. That ball was out. Yeah, well
ball. That ball's 100% out.
Now, maybe they're saying that, well, I'm not real sure what our call is here. They're going to say that he recovered it? Either way, they're
snapping it, yeah.
Ambrose looking, pressure coming. Ambrose lobs it. Brown's there. Oh, couldn't come down with it. As Brown took a shot in that corner, and he is slow to get up, but going to be helped up. And that'll be a turnover on downs for the Wiseguys. And once again, the struggles in the Bud Light red zone rear their ugly head here in the 2nd quarter.
Try to go for the one-hand catch there, and I'll put it to you this way. If I'm in that situation on 4th and goal, I'm trying to catch it with 2 hands. I'm not going for a spec catch, but I understand why.
Well, and you got to think, too, though, when you get in that situation, and this is part of why it is so difficult to score inside the Bud Light red zone in this league. When you get down here, it's suddenly 7 on 6.
Right.
Because they know the quarterback has to throw the football, so you're dropping everybody. Rodgers, quarterback run all the way across the 20, and Chapman going to finally drag him down, but a big gain for Rodgers as he crosses midfield inside the 20. 1st down, Woo.
At the end of the play there, Palmer came on the corner kind of like a jet, and he tried to hit that ball out right before he made contact with the ground, but he was unsuccessful in the try.
Rodgers going to audible. Again, one of the unique pieces to this, too. Both coaches are in the offensive backfield, as is our cameraman. Motion. Rodgers looking, got his man, tackled immediately. It's Hannibal there to make the tackle.
I would keep my head on a swivel if I'm Crockett, because I thought Palmer was going to challenge him in the corner there.
I do like some of the play design here out of the Woo. A lot of crossers. 2nd down. They'll hand it away, right side, looking, breaks a tackle, stutters back inside the 10, 5, 4, 3, and down. It'll be 1st and goal here for the Woo as that run, Jeff Mack on the carry. If you look at Mack, 5'10", 205, he looks like a running back. He looks like every part of it.
Well, the Wiseguys were pressing on that play. I'm sure they were expecting that crossing play again, but that opened up a big-time running lane.
We're going to get a whistle and a, what do we got? Timeout. 2nd timeout of the half for the Wiseguys. And if anything, this might be almost a catch-your-breath timeout out of Coach Bones. And you can see him, he's out there imploring his defense to get a stop. This has definitely been the easiest drive of the night so far for the Woo.
Well, and here's the thing. The Wiseguys, they still have a lot of the momentum from the first drive. They're not in panic mode yet in the first half, but they've got to understand, both of these teams have got to understand the fact that, well, the crowd's going to get into it before too long.
I love that. That's good stuff. Again, you see a very close to full Banco ZK Arena. And these folks have done a great job here tonight. Give Chris Goodman a ton of credit in the job he's done with this squad. I know they were approaching a milestone in total ticket sales as of about 3 hours before kickoff or throw off. And so just cannot be more excited for that group. And Chris Goodman, of course, our very own Trip Keeter, amongst others. Chris Goodman, our very own as well, color analyst on our Sylvan Hill Sports Network. So excited to get to high school season here real soon. Now they'll hand this one away right side. Oh, what a hit, but a touchdown. Give him 6, I believe. Oh, they're going to mark him short. actually mark him at the 1, much to the chagrin of Henderson. I thought he was in as well.
As soon as you make contact with that wall, you're out of bounds. And he
as
did
long
it.
as you're forced into
Right.
it. Yeah. See the replay here.
Right there, boom.
Whew. Yeah, he was turned. That's the problem. It is back to the goal line, so ball was not over the line. So they'll try this again on 2nd and goal. Now Rogers, he can't run it. Rogers in trouble, and he is swallowed up at the 4.
A little bit of extracurriculars going on in the end zone, but if he would have got that ball off, that's going to go the other way for 6.
Look at this play. Rogers was stuck in no man's land where he can't run it, couldn't pitch it, and just had to survive for another play.
And that's what you like to see from your defense. 3 to 4, the same guy in the same color jersey, swat to the ball. Get the guy down. Do not allow second chance yardage, and that was a great defensive effort by the Wise guys.
Once again, this will be a snap from the 5. Rogers not a threat to run. Motion man Brown, they look that way. Brown tipped away. What a play by Crockett in the end zone, and that'll force a 4th and goal.
Well, that's going back to what I said earlier. Crockett's got to keep his head on a swivel, and right there, as soon as the throw's there, he knows he's got to get that arm in there because he's not in position to make the pick.
Well, that looked like 6 off the throw, off the hand of Rogers. Looked like 6, so give Crockett a ton of credit. We've seen Crockett make some great plays and doing well in this one. All right, 4th down. Motion man Brown. Rogers looks, lobs, back of the end zone. Too much. Nobody home as Rogers is incredulous with himself. That'll be a turnover on downs. And I'd say the timeout was a smart move by Coach Bones.
Oh, 100%. And on that play, you could go back, and these coaches are probably going to watch it 500 to 600 times because that, as much of a textbook throw as it's got to be, Rogers has got to understand that these fields are not the same as a college or an NFL field or just a traditional football field. You can't lob it up from that standpoint of where they were on the field.
Well, you can if you got a deal worth.
Oh, well, yeah, but.
Which neither team has.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
But no, you're right. And I mean, that's the play there because again, we talked about it on the Wise Guys drive. You're 7-on-6 football in that time because your quarterback cannot do anything but throw.
And I'll tell you, Ambrose is one big play away from completely taking over this game, and I'm sure it's going to happen on this drive.
You saw it again. We saw it, in the previous matchup. They just couldn't put points on the board. Looking to change that as we're under 5 in the half. Maybe some miscommunication as he looked for the RPO, but nobody there. And now a souvenir as that one goes in the stands.
That's incomplete, but a fan walks away with a special souvenir.
I like that. That one, the guy that gets the ball, that ball was rocketed off of him. He didn't make the catch. Lady in front of him found it and gave it to him. So rewarded for the probably pain that he got. That did not happen to me when Robert Bob Moore Jr. hit me with a line drive. I lost that ball. Now Ambrose steps up around the pressure. He's got Brown. Nice catch, Brown. Oof. His kidney punched to the ground at the 14-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down.
I almost think he caught it one-handed.
He did.
I mean, he controlled it and brought it in, controlled it with his body, but I'm telling you, we're probably 1 to 2 plays away from seeing Ambrose run all the way to the end zone.
I think this would be an Ambrose run here. He'll probably run right behind, and he does, as they'll go quarterback draw. That'll be enough for the 1st down. Ambrose lost it, but was down. And I mean, it doesn't hurt to be able to follow a guy like number 17, Quay Hicks. That's quite a body to be able to chase behind. So between Hicks as well as Hobbs up there, and then you got the big man at center. There's a lot of beef in front of you here. Down to 3.5 to go in our first half. Again, reminder, clock runs continuously until inside 2 minutes. Motion James, they'll give it away this time. Hicks, left side. Hicks trying to run folks over. Instead, he'll be knocked out of bounds as he gets across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down, and what looks to be about 8.
That's received by number 8, Lou Dorsey.
Not sure what our PA guy's looking at because that was definitely not Lou Dorsey. I think he fell asleep on that play. Wasn't even a pass. It was a handoff, sir. This time they're going to throw as Ambrose. That's hands to the face, not called. Now they'll lob it. Oh, boy. That's a tough catch for Brown. As that is number 9, Kevon Smith. And Smith, that play was telegraphed. He saw it coming from about 15 yards out, took advantage.
Well, I mean, you're going to see right there. Defensive guy comes over the edge, and as I like to call a pass like that, a hospital pass, because, I mean, you throw a little bit too many of those, you're going to put your guy in the hospital.
I know that guy.
Great matchup on the far side of your screen.
Ambrose now looking this way. Little curl route, look out. What about had a Bartman moment there as Evans wanted to make a catch. Couldn't get his hands up there between all the fans that are right here in front of us. So 2-minute warning. That'll take us to our 2-minute warning. And we'll be back with
In football, the goal is to avoid collisions, but on the road, sometimes collisions are unavoidable. When your car takes a hit, don't throw in the towel. Turn to Iowa Auto Rebuilders. With our full service facility and excellent workmanship, you'll receive high-quality auto repairs and a hassle-free experience. Visit our website at iowaautorebuilders.com to learn more. Get back on the road looking and feeling like a winner with Iowa Auto Rebuilders, where collision meets precision.
Whether you're looking to gather with friends or need a great location for a company party or corporate event, Maple Lanes is the place. You're sure to have fun with 28 bowling lanes, pool tables, pinball machines, and other party games. Why not up the challenge with Iowa's only duck pin bowling? Kingpin Social has a wide variety of great food and drinks to top off your experience. Whether it's 2 people or 200, Maple Lanes has you covered.
Try 2 different restaurants located right in Denver, Iowa. Alley Cat's Grub House and Firehouse Pizza and Wings. Alley Cat's Grub House features breakfast, signature sandwiches and sauces, Matt's Mac and Cheese, Tex-Mex, and more. Also try Firehouse Pizzas and Wings, where they make their own in-house smoked bone-in wings, pizzas, flatbread, cheesy Alfredo buns, monkey buns, salad bar, and more. Catering options are also available. Visit us today, and we promise you won't.
All right, welcome back, folks. We are live here in Oaklawn Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. 4th down for the Wise Guys, big play. Ambrose drops, got time. He's going deep, he's got a man. Crockett by himself, give him 6. Touchdown, Wise Guys.
And that was just blown coverage by Iowa. I mean, you cannot leave someone that fast. Look, if we can go back to that, you're going to see the defensive back just stand there and kind of watch as the play develops. That's your controller died, bro moment, because he stands there, he watches the ball go, and he knows as soon as that pass is thrown that his assignment was blown.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go back to that there in production, but on that replay, you see Willie Miles III is the only player who saw that ball being thrown, and he is a dead sprint trying to catch up, but Crockett there was no chance.
Yeah, and again, I mean, as a coach, as a player, as a fan of a team, you love those moments. And right there, that's a huge momentum shift.
After this. Evans motion. Ambrose looking, wants Dorsey, tipped, and caught! Oh, tip drill for 2!
As soon as that initial play the ball was thrown, I kind of had a feeling it was going to happen, but I didn't know if the heads-up play was there. But man, oh man, the Wise Guys are in control.
What a play by Hobbs to still be in on that play and make that catch off the tip. We'll see that one on replay here in just a minute. This is the touchdown throw to Crockett. But you see the play here. Hobbs was begging for it. Instead, he went Dorsey, off Dorsey's face mask, and somehow Hobbs ends up with it anyway. And that's a heck of a scoring drive with 1:45 left to go here in the first half. As it is a 13-6. I said 2. They went for 1 on that play. So 13-6.
Well, it was a great play, great PAT, but a great highlight package put together by replay out Jonathan Webb over there.
You're going to have Will Watkins firing you in a minute.
Wouldn't be the first guy. But I mean, again, you go back to that play, and I believe the defensive back was playing a five deep zone, but instead of playing a true zone, he kind of switched to a man-on-man. But once that initial break on the ball was made and he kind of cut to the end zone, I want to say he just didn't know what the route was. But, I mean, you watch this, you preparate for this game. You prepare for the game, and you know it right. Yeah, sometimes words are hard. Sorry. English, even though it's my first language, I struggle with.
Apparently, I struggle with the English language, according to Trip Keeter. I mean, hey, they can have that after the game. Halftime, whatever gets you going.
This isn't Blue Mountain State, my friend.
I hear there's a place up the street that'll make you feel like it, though.
Oh, this is a PG show, boss. It's a PG show.
Oh, no, PG's our high school broadcast.
Hey, whatever's best for business.
All right, so it'll be Iowa football here from the 5. 1:45 left in the first half. And, boy, if you're the Wise Guys, you got to be happy with that score. Now, defensively, got to step up and get a stop here and take this 13-6 lead into the break. Rogers, motion man. They look that way. That one's short, incomplete. Second down.
That's lockdown coverage by Hannibal. I mean, he pressed, he put hands on the receiver, and he did not allow that cut to happen, and it just got overthrown because of the initial press.
I'm not sure that one ever had a chance. Rogers, I'm not sure that ball slipped coming out. But, I like what Hannibal's doing because, they say hold could be called on every play, PI could be called on every play. Hannibal could have got called for PI, but what he did was he kept those hands inside and hit them and got just enough of the jersey to get the guy off his route. Rogers now wants to scramble, and he breaks free of 2 tackles as he hits the circle button a couple times. And it'll be second down after the tackle by Taylor Hunt.
Well, and you go back to that pass play earlier, but I can remember even back to when I was playing in high school before I initially moved to Arkansas, is that our coaches would tell the defensive linemen the same thing they tell the DBs. Well, as soon as that ball snapped, you fire your hands into that opposing player to throw them off.
Now a big third down here for the Woo. Rogers looking, wants to go left, throws well out of bounds. As, guitar gets taken out. We're going to have a live concert. Hey, there you go, Mr. Couples. Good job. Make sure you clean things up.
That's complete. That'll make it 4th down.
So 4th down. We'll see. The Woo go. This will be surprising. They will not. They're going to surrender. So the Woo will surrender. It'll be Wise Guys footballs. We'll switch sides of the field. And with 58 seconds left in the first half, Wise Guys got a chance to have a 2-score lead as we go to the break. Important, just 1 timeout left. Clock does stop, though, with incomplete passes. Plays rolled out of bounds. So that's the one difference. The only time your clock stops, inside of 2 minutes of both halves.
Well, and the song choice right now could not have been better. I Want to Rock, the Wise Guys Want to Rock, and let me tell you, right now, they're rocking the lead.
I got to quit looking at our group chat. Hey, I do love you, Kyle, for watching, man. Appreciate you.
My man, Kyle.
Be your broadcast partner. Do it. Now, Ambrose, again, a little miscommunication, but Ambrose going to make the best of it. Oh, look at the block by Hobbs. Hobbs just turned around and chose violence.
Well, football's a violent man game.
He just became the man on that play. Hobbs was like, wait, my quarterback's in my lap, and he just turned around and started shoving people. Looked like that bouncer when Darren McFadden got kicked out the club at Willie D's back in the day.
Okay.
Ambrose, he's going to run again. Look at him holding on to Hicks, takes him with him, spin move, circle button down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Wiseguys, timeout.
You make a Darren McFadden reference, and I'll give you a reference for it. He looked at him and said, this team's your family.
Yes. Their third and final timeout of the half. Who's going to come out with I got that wood? I forget you're an A-State guy.
Well, I mean, I'd say Darren McFadden was a great Heisman winner, but
he was. Should have been. That's usually me. But all right, so let's recap what we've seen so far in this first half. I feel like overall the Wiseguys have got to like where they're at outside of what's on the scoreboard. Up 13-6 is always good. Chance to be up 19, 20, 21-6 as we get to the break. But I feel like offensively they've really kind of been able to do whatever they want, and this is without Mr. Dilworth and his corner tonight. So got to be impressed with what they're doing offensively here.
Well, you talk about Dilworth. Dilworth actually ran onto the field to kind of give his guys some water, refresh your great team player. But, I mean, you make a great point. The offense for the Wiseguys firing on all cylinders, and I'm sure that if they keep it up, the scoreboard's going to look a lot different come the final whistle.
It was their final timeout, so that plays that stop the clock. They're going to motion Hicks out, motion Brown towards the line. Ambrose steps up, launches. Oh, he's got Hicks. Give him 6. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, golly, he had his man in the back of the end zone, and Hicks just couldn't hold on to it.
I mean, you're going to see it right here. Throws off his back foot. Nobody but God himself to break up that pass to the last second. Number 7, Solomon Jr., Frankie Solomon Jr. just knocked that ball out. Great play by the defensive back.
Now 2nd down, and again, pretty much every play is going to have to go into the end zone. Now Evans, your motion man. Ambrose, now Hicks stays in the block. Plenty of time. Ambrose, time breaks down, looking once. Brown, got it! Get him 6! Terrell Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
I mean, look, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times tonight. In an absence of a star player in the red zone, somebody's got to step up. Next man up, and Brown just absolutely ripped that ball away from the defensive back. The defensive back had a chance to swat it away. Brown got those hands on it, gripped the ball tight, tucked it into the chest, scored the touchdown. The Wiseguys are up 19-6.
And you can't say enough about the throw by Ambrose either. On the run, off platform, finds his man, gets it in there, and just in between brackets somehow got that to Terrell Brown. And now they'll go for 1, up 19-6. Brown's your motion man. Ambrose dropped it. Pressure coming at him. Gets away from it. Looking, throwing. Brown backside. And Brown wrestles, couldn't bring it in as he is hog-tied and slammed. And let's hope Brown's okay. And he's up. And that'll do it for our first half. Wiseguys on fire offensively in this first half. We'll see you guys after the break. For Steve Vincent, Tristan Harlan, Arena League Football and the Arena League Network.
We don't take no L.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Rated everyone 10 and up. Only on Nintendo Switch 2.
Jump Psychological Assessment in Progress. Subject 003. Jonathan J. Kabongo. 28. Tactical Fitness Trainer. Toronto, Ontario. Confirmed.
What will follow is some simple word association. For example, I might say strength, and you might say
rest.
Speed.
Practice.
Defeat.
Unbannable.
Clever. Pressure.
Peace.
Greatness.
That's the spot.
Hey, yo! A pizza for happy campers?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
This summer, get Lake
Humble world of arena football. Fewer groans getting out of chairs and spontaneous touchdown dances. Because even wise guys need a little TLC. Spa City Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Arena, every second counts. On the field, every player matters. And in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wiseguys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wise Guys!
Attention football fans in the Cedar Valley, get ready to cheer on your local team, the Iowa Woo. Catch all the excitement at the National Cattle Congress Hippodrome this summer. Mark your calendars to witness the action-packed season with home games almost every week as the Woo takes on competitors of the Arena League. Get your tickets now and show your pride for the Iowa Woo. For tickets and for more information, visit iowawoo.com. We'll see you this summer at the Hippodrome to cheer on the Iowa Woo.
I'd like a number 2.
Husband drove into the mailbox.
You've got it.
Hey, Pete, the usual?
My grandson hit the car with the baseball. Give me a number 7, please.
Odell Collision. Unbeatable repair is back on the menu.
It's slam dunks and table talks. New wheels and Oldsmobiles. Lookalikes and looks like a party. Your life is a series of snapshot moments. With Cedar Valley Hospice, you can continue creating memories worth a second look and make each moment matter. Add to your story with Cedar Valley Hospice.
Bring the entire family out for a fun-filled day at Cadillac XBC. Whether you are looking for an exciting game of laser tag or a thrilling VR experience with HaloGate, or looking to win that big prize in the Arcade and Redemption Center, we have you covered. Why not try your hand at the newest and hottest bowling trend with hyperbowling? No matter your skill level, you are guaranteed to have a blast. Cadillac XBC, your Waterloo Family Fun Center.
Cedar Valley Sportsplex is family-focused. We offer childcare for kids while you work out, or they can enjoy various youth sports and activities. We also have party packages for birthdays. Check out cvsportsplex.org to learn more.
Try 2 different restaurants located right in Denver, Iowa, Alley Cat's Grub House and Firehouse Pizza and Wings. Alley Cat's Grub House features breakfast, signature sandwiches and sauces, Matt's Mac and Cheese, Tex-Mex, and more. Also try Firehouse Pizzas and Wings, where they make their own in-house smoked bone-in wings, pizzas, flatbread, cheesy Alfredo buns, monkey buns, salad bar, and more. Catering options are also available. Visit us today, and we promise you won't leave hungry.
Whether you're looking to gather with friends or need a great location for a company party or corporate event, Maple Lanes is the place. You're sure to have fun with 28 bowling lanes, pool tables, pinball machines, and other party games. Why not up the challenge with Iowa's only duck pin bowling? Kingpin Social has a wide variety of great food and drinks to top off your experience. Whether it's 2 people or 200, Maple Lanes has you covered.
Let's go, Wise Guys. Getting the jersey ready for the final game of the season this weekend. Let's end it with a big W for the Wise Guys. Let's win this and let's get in the playoffs.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Rated everyone 10 and up. Only on Nintendo Switch 2.
Jump Psychological Assessment in Progress. Subject 003. Jonathan J. Kabongo. 28. Tactical Fitness Trainer. Toronto, Ontario. Confirmed.
What will follow is some simple word association. For example, I might say strength, and you might say
rest.
Speed.
Practice.
Defeat.
Unbannable.
Clever.
this Wiseguys team, obviously, is you want to be able to host that game. It's a one-game playoff to the championship, and you want to be right here in this building. Obviously, this Wiseguys team has played really good inside this building.
Well, and you know, you talk about the postseason, but they host a playoff game, get a win, they're hosting the championship game.
Yeah.
Well, that's if the number one. Yeah, if the number one seed ends up losing.
I'm not 100% how that lays out, but this one in and out of bounds into the luxurious boxes on the sidelines. Hey, I tell you, those have been full all year long. Those boxes, and why wouldn't they be? Like, again, if you read kind of the program we got here and the rules, this is a regulation hockey rink with turf on it. Is basically what this is. And everything's playable. You catch it in bounds, as they say. If you catch the ball, you can land 5 rows in the stands, and it's still a catch. And so it's just a fun product. It's a lot of fun to watch. And if you haven't made your way out to a game to enjoy the atmosphere that goes on in these games, you're missing out.
I definitely would like to see the league expand all across the state. I mean, Arkansas is a hot town for football, whether that's semi-professional with the Kings and the Punishers and whatnot. But, I mean, hey, football is a booming business in Arkansas.
Ambrose going to keep it up the middle. He is hammered down as he gets across the 5. Just checking in on some other scores. They're about to start the second half in Duluth. The number 1 seeded Duluth Harbor Monsters, they lead Ozarks, the Lunkers, 30-6 as they get ready to start the second half. And I'm pretty sure they're watching the game from a blimp.
That puts a new definition to high camera, or nosebleed camera, I should say.
Yeah, Ambrose dropping, in trouble, pitches it out, finds Lou Dorsey. Dorsey could not break the tackle. They'll roll him down, and let's hope Dorsey's okay. Dorsey hit the ground hard with that exposed hand, and Dorsey is down and not getting up. And that is not a good sign for the Wiseguys. Dorsey has had moments all year long where he has struggled with injury. Dorsey trying to get to his feet as the trainers have made their way out. And you wonder if he hit the side of his helmet. I thought maybe it was more hand. Don't have a replay currently, but this may be one of those moments where you're dealing with a head injury. Let's hope that's not the situation.
Well, I mean, he's up and he's walking under his own power. I think he may have just kind of got a little stinger.
And could have the breath knocked out of him. You land the wrong way on your side, but let's hope he's okay. Good news is he is headed off under his own power. Second down as Ambrose gets the snap. Pressure, oh my gosh, right up the middle, and this is most likely going to be a safety. They're going to say incomplete, and there is a receiver in the area, and that may be the piece that saves them. Our officials are going to get together, and one way or the other, there's going to be one side very unhappy about this call. There it is. And so it's going to be an intentional grounding that's happened in the end zone, so it should be a safety. Intentional grounding, offense. Loss of down. Quarterback is in the end zone with a foul occurred. Results in a safety.
Well, our replay official is beside us looking the play over.
Yep. And it is confirmed. Our replay official has confirmed that it is a safety. And I thought so live that was going to be the call. Ambrose was a little surprised by the blitz that came right up the middle. I think he picked up the blitzers on the outside, but was surprised by that blitz up the middle. And now all of a sudden it's a field goal game, even though you can't kick field goals to tie it.
I tell you, I'd love to see a replay on that one just to see where the defense lined up at. I mean, of course, we saw it from up here, but where exactly did the blitzers come in from? Well, regardless of the fact, here we go right here.
There we go.
So Harlan blitzes right up the middle, which allows, I believe that was Jamie Colon that was able to get in there and cause the sack that led to the intentional grounding. But what a play by Trey Harlan to control both those linemen to allow his teammate to get in the backfield.
So our throw off, and that one going to be playable. It did not land in the landing zone, so there's a penalty on the play. Either way, we'll see how they adjudicate this one. But I do believe this is going to be a penalty on the Wiseguys.
We've been placed at the 25-yard line, first down.
So I'm not sure if you were able to hear that, but the reason so Tyler Chenault explains this beautifully, and I guess I should have the rules up in front of you there, but if the ball does not land on the throw-off inside the 10, then it's basically like it's a penalty, but I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But basically, they get the ball at midfield.
Right.
So try to return it, try to make it happen. But all right, so they'll hand this one away up the middle and over the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Tackle just past the 20. By number 10, Zeno Hannibal. Second down for the Woo. Let's make some noise for your Wiseguys.
Rogers hands it away up the middle, looking right side. And boy, big hit. I believe that was Chapman who came in and finished him off. A carry by Jeff Mack.
Had a running lane there for a moment, but I mean, you saw three players try to trap him, and he just had a little hole. And I mean, shout out to Taylor Hunt on that play, because he turned what could have been a detrimental touchdown into a very good loss of yardage there.
Again, Mack up the middle, and this time he is hogtied by one hand. Ball comes out. They're going to blow it dead. Was that Crockett that reached in there with one hand to make that play? Who was that?
That was Taylor Hunt.
Oh, wow.
The guy he's just talking about after the confusion there, he got in there and kind of gave him almost a hug on the side. But he was able to pull him down as we have a little bit of a equipment malfunction there.
It's Rogers, the quarterback, as he does some work to fix it. So fourth down and about a yard, and we're going to get a timeout by the Woo with 10:09 left in our third.
First charge timeout of the half.
So their first time out of the half. I tell you what, Tristan, it has been all Iowa Woo in this second half. A quick touchdown to get things started, and then the Wiseguys go backwards on their ensuing drive and give up the safety. And so a quick 8-point swing here in the second half, and it's a 19-16 game all of a sudden.
Well, and if you're a Wiseguys fan, like a lot of the people here are and a lot of people that are watching at home are, you hope with the play that Taylor Hunt just made, whether that was stopping the touchdown on the play before or reaching out and getting a big-time stop there, you hope that kind of shifts it back to the Wiseguys offense and gives them that momentum that Jordan Ambrose needs to kind of redevelop the game plan and get back into the end zone to increase this lead.
Yeah, we've talked about it throughout. They really weren't bringing a lot of that pressure in that first half. And when they did, Ambrose was able to kind of find lanes and find alleys to escape from it. But on that drive, they were able to kind of go right up the middle and really disrupt them. And so now the Wiseguys defense needs to step up here on a fourth down. Let's see if Rogers decides to scramble. No motion of man. He faked it to him, kept it, falling forward. He's got it. First down, Woo. They had him in the backfield, but he was able to break free of a tackle and fall forward. That'll be a first down, Iowa.
Our replay official is next to our producer. See if they're going to review it or not.
Now that they've moved the sticks to our side, it's harder for us to see what the lines of scrimmage are. They're going to rule him inside the 15. We'll see they needed what looks to be the 16, I thought, for a first down. You see both of our lines, and he has it by a yard.
Oh, yeah, he definitely had forward progress by a yard.
So they confirm the spot. And now the motion man is Brown. That's where they want to go with it. Back of the end zone. Oh, he picked it.
That's an interception.
That's intercepted. Crockett with another amazing interception as he takes away from Brown.
Head on a swivel, seatbelt, lock it in. That's a Wiseguys interception, and the Wiseguys are getting the ball back. Look at that play. You cannot define textbook coverage better than that. You want big-time plays from big-time players, and to turn your head, contort your body, get your arm wrapped up on the receiver and bring that ball in. I don't care what league you're playing in. That is a heck of an interception.
You know, we saw Crockett do it last week on the one-handed pick that he nearly took back. But what a play on that one. A great interception. And it'll be Wiseguys football at the 5. And now we got to hope that Justin Brown is okay, as he took a shot on that as it came down on right on his shin and ankle. He did hop off under his own pressure, under his own power. It's Ambrose, straight quarterback run, and he's wrapped up, falls forward, giving 4 on the play out to the 9.
Last time the Wiseguys had the football, they were right back where they started this drive from, and they weren't able to go anywhere. But this time, Ambrose able to get on the quarterback run and get some yardage. So hopefully that takes the tension off of the offensive line and allows Ambrose to kind of air the ball out here on this play.
Second down and 6. Ambrose, ooh, what a hit at the line. This one caught by Hobbs. He stiff arms the first man. Does not go down, knocked out of bounds, helmets flying. And it's going to bring up a third down and about a yard for the Wiseguys. I'd say that's a huge stop if you're a Wiseguys fan, as all the momentum was on the Iowa Woo side. That interception turns the tide, much like it did against the Goats last week when Crockett was able to go up and make an amazing interception. Oh, there was contact there. I'm surprised we don't see a flag fly. Instead, Ambrose, designed quarterback run. A fight, a scrum. Ambrose taking the scrum with him as he's out across the 15 to the 18-yard line. That'll be enough for a Wiseguys first down.
And I tell you, I don't know if we can see this on the replay in the pre-snap, but number 7, Frankie Solomon Jr., he was confused to where the flag was, so I'm surprised Ambrose didn't hot route, send his receiver on a streak and kind of get that deep ball to his receiver for the score.
I can't believe Kyle Lester definitely took contact from big number 0, Harlan. Now Ambrose thought about going deep. Instead, nothing there, and they're going to rule him down. They're going to rule Ambrose down. It's going to be a sack back at the 13-yard line.
And I don't know. From up here, I thought he got the ball out in time.
Yeah, it was close. We'll see if they take a look at this one. I'll tell you right now, Ambrose is being absolutely accosted in the backfield here in the second half. There's been some great adjustments made by Woo Coach Mann.
I got to tell you, that's great vernacular there, partner.
Now Ambrose in trouble, gets away, looks, and now throws it away into the stands. You thought you were going to make a catch, didn't you?
Oh, I thought he was going to give me one. Thought he was going to be nice. It's not like my birthday's not till October, but still, I thought it was going to be nice.
Hey, we need one. You know, it seems like all you got to do is ask Ambrose to do something, and he'll do it. I mean,
oh, yeah.
He told the Spa City Therapy booth he'd dive in, and he did. Ambrose looking, throwing, and caught over the middle. A dart to Mr. Evans for a Wiseguys. Not a first down. They get out to midfield. Got ahead of myself. It'll be fourth down and about 3. Oh, we got a late penalty. The Woo players pointing as number 24, Jamie Vicente Colon. So we'll await our call.
After the play, illegal coach communication.
Oh.
That's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. The down counts. 4th down.
Wow. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that rule myself, partner, but
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Obviously, you have a coach on the field. And, boy, that's a huge one, as now Coach Bones will be forced to surrender on 4th down and give the ball back to the Woo.
Hot Springs is surrendering 4th down.
And that's a tough one. So, again, you have coaches on the field. We'll try to get a little clarification here at the break as to what exactly the violation was there for Coach Bones. Obviously, that one on the Wiseguys.
Well, and again, that's kind of the possible Achilles heel with having your coaches on the field is even if they tell them one minute thing, does that classify as illegal coach communication? Or is it something like he says, hey, you know, I mean, again, it could be anything. I mean, he could have said great play. He could have said, hey, here's what we're going to do this play. I mean, I'm not sure I wasn't on the field, but I would definitely love to get an explanation of what the exact rule is.
Yeah, we'll get some kind of clarification on that between quarters. Great throw. We had our throwing contest here between high schools. I believe that was Hot Springs and Lake Hamilton out there. And it was. And that's talk about high school rivalries, that's a pretty nasty one out there. It looks like Hot Springs got the better of that matchup.
I went to college with a guy who graduated from Hot Springs, and he's telling me all the time about that rivalry between the two of them.
It's no Salt Bowl, but it is it is pretty nasty. So again, as we quick timeout here, get some on-field fun. All right, so back to play as after the surrender by the Wiseguys. 5:41 left in the third. It's been all Woo in the second half, but interception may have changed the complexion. Instead, throw, catch, hog tie tackle here by Jamon Williams, but another first down.
And that was just kind of a lazy coverage by Jamon Williams. But with that last penalty being on Hot Springs, it's just kind of, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, you're in a tough spot, and you hate it when your coach is the one that's called for it. Now Rogers. Oh, my goodness, what a move. But he lost the ball. Ball's out, and a fight for it. I think Rogers was able to get it back. And he did, I think. Let's see. And it is. They're marking second down. I thought that was enough for a first. They're right at it. We're going to say about a half a yard shy.
So he makes the move, makes the man miss. He loses it, but he recovers it with his legs. Interesting. I mean, Palmer on that play just got juked out of his cleats or his turf shoes, whatever you like to call what he's wearing. But, I mean, you got lucky right there if you're Carlos Rogers, excuse me.
Dropping, looking, Rogers in trouble, and they're going to say live ball. Oh, no, he lost it. They'll pick, he can't scoop it, now scooped and taken down inside the 15 at the 12. To Darren Primes, had touchdown on his mind, and that was flashbacks of the Sugar Bowl a few years if you're a Razorback fan, as that should have been 6, and instead it's going to be Wiseguys football inside the 15. Barring a review upcoming. And here we go. We're going to get a look at our replay. You see Rogers and his hands coming forward. They're going to review this if they don't overturn it now. And I think this is going to get overturned. I don't know what happened to Primes. Like somebody popped the top on a cold Bud Light in his arm.
That's something you don't see every day. I mean, I know you probably didn't like seeing it because you're a Razorback guy, but, I mean, hey. Just great heads-up play there to get on top of that ball because he didn't hear the whistle. And, hey, listen, all week he was probably telling Coach Pagante, hey, this is possibly our last home game. I'm getting in that end zone.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Okay, so the officials, they didn't need a review. The officials were able to go back and talk about it, and it is the right call. The fans aren't happy about it, but it is a – oh, I'm sorry. They did review that. I have no idea what's happening. Our officials said the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. So not real sure, but either way, it was the right call. It is still going to be – oh, and a nice play. Primes. Oh, ball's out again. Oh, my goodness. That is 3 times on this drive alone that Rogers has coughed it up.
And lost his helmet.
And the Wiseguys just cannot take advantage.
And a heads-up play there by Primes. I mean, he goes from recovering the non-fumble to dropping the ball to now making another play. I mean, this guy's all over the place.
And give Crockett. That was DeWandre Crockett once again. Got his paw in there and ripped that ball out. After all that, it's 4th down and about 4. But Primes, to your point, what a play he made to be able to catch Rogers as he was trying to get around that block and really shut that play down. Primes has been huge on this drive.
He's coming.
Rogers has got a ton of room to run if he wants to. Instead, he throws it across the field. Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Did he complete the catch? Touchdown, Woo! Woo, baby, what a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Da-da-da.
That's flashes of our own guy, Aaron Dilworth, who's out tonight. What a play as he goes flying into the Oaklawn booth.
Hold on.
The question's going to be, does he complete the catch, which is what they're looking at. The ball, you can catch it, and
that
it is confirmed.
Touchdown.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Somebody better call ESPN. Okay, so here we go. Here's the look. So he throws it off the back foot.
Look at that. That is unbelievable. Now they'll go for 2. Rogers looking. Rogers scrambling. Rogers trying to make a move, and he's in. Give him 2 as he goes through the gate. And all of a sudden, this place is dead silent as the 2-point conversion makes it 24-19. Woo lead it.
I'll tell you, you go back and you look at that touchdown, I thought, now again, I'm not the official review guy who makes the final say. He was beside me watching that play, but I thought the ball actually touched the ground and he didn't have possession of it. But again, we have the official review right beside us, and I thought it touched the ground and he lost control of the ball. But
well, and you saw Crockett initially. Crockett is back there saying it was no catch. Again, the rule is as long as he goes down to the ground with the ball, it is a catch.
So I just was talking to the official review guy beside me, and he said when he went over the wall, he thought the same thing I did, that that the nose of the football came loose, but he maintained possession through the contact of the ground, and it was just a great play.
Crockett comes up, catches this one at the 10. Crockett trying to make something happen, spinning off guys at the 15. He'll be dumped as he gets out to the 18-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 17. Now, tell you what, Tristan, if you're Coach Bones, you got to figure something out here, and you got to figure out in a hurry. The Woo have been on a roll. This third quarter has belonged to them. This is a 19-6 game at the break. 24-19 now with 2.5 to go in the third.
Well, and again, that was something that I talked about when we came back from the first half break, is that they were going to have to figure out how to stop Ambrose and get pressure on him. That first play, they sent 4 guys after him. The next drive after that, they sent 2 guys after him and was able to stop any play from going on. So if they keep doing some of the same here, you're possibly looking at the Woo coming out of this game with a victory.
Ambrose, again, being chased, just has to throw it away. A souvenir on its way. And look at GM making the catch. Mr. Goodman, he hands it off to a kid. He didn't keep it. He's got enough balls.
Chris Goodman, GM of the year.
That's right.
I'll say it.
Should be. Over at Duluth, or from Mars. It's 36-12. Duluth leads that one. So 2nd down and 10. Ambrose fakes the handoff, keeps it, a lot of room, cuts across the field, dives forward, and he'll get about 5 on the play.
And now we're starting to see where exactly in the offense Dilworth is being missed at, because if you have Dilworth on the field right now, I mean, an argument can be made for both ways of that, but I think with Dilworth on the field, it possibly is a lot closer than what it is now.
Having Dilworth out is key. I mean, that's a huge piece. But we've seen a lot of folks step up, and Terrell Brown, now they'll look for Hicks. He makes, oh, he hurdles a man. Hicks spins off man. First down, Wiseguys.
And that play was almost blown up before it really became anything, because Trey Harlan, I guess he's related to me in some way, shape, or fashion, but he almost got in that backfield and sacked Ambrose. But again, that's something that Ambrose has struggled with all game. If you got 2 people coming at you, you've got to get rid of that ball.
Now Ambrose drops. He's got Evans. Instead looks away, goes back in zone, and Travion James, Senator touchdown. James with the touchdown. And just like that, Wiseguys back up by a point, 25-24.
Well, I tell you, Ambrose underthrew that ball. I mean, look, great play in the end zone, but Ambrose underthrew it. I mean, you don't see plays like that made any other place but right here by the Wiseguys offense. But, I mean, look, great play. Ambrose is a great player, but he definitely underthrew that one.
Now Ambrose looking, left side, nothing there. He's got Hicks instead across the field. And James, did he get it? He got it! James gets the conversion. Oh my goodness! Senate is in session in Hot Springs.
Trip Keeter's got to be careful hitting his head that hard.
What a drive out of Travion James. And I tell you right now, we might need to send this film to Coach Escola. He hadn't seen James do this kind of stuff in a while. We see our very own Trip Keeter. But, wow, what a drive. You talk about an answer. We said they needed an answer. They gave us an answer. What a drive there by the Wiseguys.
Might need to run Trip Keeter some Advil or a BC powder.
He's all right. You ever touch that man's head? It's hard as a rock. Probably all that's in it.
It's all the hair gel.
I wish you guys could actually hear the production voice that comes across in our ear every once in a while. It throws me off completely, but it's great.
Especially
now,
when you're getting told to stop dancing.
Yeah, listen, by the way, some of you may be confused. You were confused. I did not get mixed up and say that was a Robinson Senator touchdown. It was a Wiseguys touchdown, but that was former Senator Travion James on the touchdown catch, so I had to give him some love.
Look at you diving deep in the bag for that one. It's almost like you've been doing this for a good amount of years.
A day or two. And Crockett somehow misses the scoreboard. This one caught, returnable. Oh my, what a block. Across the 15. That's going to be a hold. 25, let him run. And out to the 15, as that'll do it for our third quarter of play. A little extracurricular at the end. Crockett has words. We got an injured player in the middle of the field. That'll do it for us here in the third, I believe. Are we going to wait for this penalty call? We'll hold for the penalty call before we break. That was the final play of the third.
During the return, holding, return team number 2. Penalties half the distance to the goal. First down, Iowa, and that's the end of the
Hold
quarter.
on the return, half the distance. That'll do it for our third quarter of play. For Steve Henson, Tristan Harlan, we'll be back with more football on the Arena League Network right after this.
This summer, get lake ready with
Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oak Lawn having a big night at the tables or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oak Lawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now because your weekend and your Oak Lawn is waiting.
This is my Oak Lawn. What's yours?
It is Woo football. 2nd down and 10 here as we start things in the 4th. A huge touchdown by Travion James to end the 3rd, and the 2-point conversion puts them back on top. Rogers in trouble, ball's out, and this time the Wise Guys recover.
They got lucky because there was a false start on the play, but great play by the Wise Guys to force that ball out and get the ball in the in the Bud Light red zone, and they're definitely back in momentum of this game. But during the break, we did talk about the illegal coach communication penalty, and I did want to visit that real quick while we have a break. And each coach actually is not allowed within 15 yards of the players or the officials. And I was actually talking to him, and he said that they've been kind of on him for the last 4 weeks to really hammer home that rule. So now that they're starting to call it, and it's starting to get regulated within the games.
I think we have a wardrobe malfunction. There are no dressing rooms here. All right, so it'll be Ambrose in the offense, back out inside the Bud Light red zone. Evans, they'll hand it away to Evans. Evans trying to find a seam. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal as they took the fury out of my call.
And just great blocks there on the initial front. And he stretches out, but he's just a hair short.
How can you tell? The line of scrimmage is a little crooked.
Well,
goal line.
Look, they're going back. Thank you, Jonathan Webb. And watch, he's going to run over here. He's going to get great blocks
they
up
may
front.
Review this.
He's going to hammer home, but where does his knee touch?
Oh,
if we could go back just a little bit so we can see where his knee touches. I mean, his knee is touching right as that ball hits the goal line.
We need to stop it.
So go forward a little bit, and we're going to stop it right.
Let's see, knees.
Go forward a little bit. We're almost there. And his knee's going to touch right.
His knee, I can't see where that
it's right
left
here.
knee is, though.
It's right there. The knee touches right there. So, yeah, he's definitely a yard short. Shout out to our replay of Jonathan Webb. I mean, what a great look that is.
Hey, shout out to our camera operator, Avery McMullen.
Oh, yeah, dude's been on fire.
On that, man. That's a play. That is some A-plus stuff. And so our replay official is looking at it hard right now. And it's close, but I don't think it's going to be enough to overturn it.
Stands,
I
just heard
the
him
field
say it.
Stands, so we get the backstage look at it as it happens.
Yeah.
So.
Too bad the Titans didn't have that look at the Super Bowl.
Hate to,
2nd down.
I hate to, burst our White Hats official, but we got to say first.
Yeah. Because we're the cool guys.
All right, so 2nd and goal. And Evans, they're going to do it again. Nope, Hicks. Oh, boy. As Hicks went airborne, but give the Woo credit, no fear as they met him at the apex and stopped it. Look at this play.
I mean, he's just going to come right up the middle, try to jump it, but Kevon Smith gets the hit on the ankles to get him brought down before he crosses the pylon.
This time Ambrose, lobs it. Brown,
too
much.
He tried.
Yeah. Brown, I think, stopped that a little short. Ambrose wanted him on the backside. Instead, it'll be 4th and goal as we see our fan who made a great play.
And again, and this is not to discredit his game at all, but That's probably the third or fourth pass Ambrose has thrown that's either been overthrown or just a little too short.
Well, and you got to think, though, part of that is by design. You're expecting your guy to be right up on that wall. And, again, we say he overthrows it, but out of bounds is in play.
Right.
Now Hicks, left side, give him 6. Quay Hicks, big bodies his way in for 6, and Wiseguys extend their lead 33-24.
And I know probably 6 to 7 high school coaches in the state of Arkansas that preaches the run offense like that. I mean, he took the handoff, was not shy about it, got around the outside and just tiptoed into the end zone.
Yeah, that was impressive. And again, that's the wrinkle off the fact that your quarterback can't run, and that's the plus to having guys like you've got out there in Hicks amongst others right now in this ball game. So they'll go for 1 to make it a 10-point lead. Brown and Evans in motion. Ambrose drags the RPO, wide open. Evans catches it, and he's in. So the conversion is good. And with 12:17 to go in the ballgame, Wiseguys lead this one 34-24.
Well, and it's kind of funny because Evans on that play, after he gets into the end zone, he looks at the entire Woo sideline, puts his hand over his face and kind of just starts shaking his hand. Kind of similar how they were doing it to them earlier in the ball game.
As I check our comment section on the Arena League YouTube channel, there's some back and forth about what this game means to both teams. It is also my understanding, as it's being said in here, it is also my understanding that regardless, as long as the Wiseguys win this ball game, they are the 2 seed next week.
Yes.
So I've heard both. I've heard that they also need an Ozark Lunkers win over Duluth.
Well, and I tell you this is I was doing diligent research in this game, ladies and gentlemen, and I saw now. And again, I could be wrong here. This is Tristan Harlett talking, running the show, but if the Wiseguys hold on to the win, they get the 2 seed no matter what. We're back here next week for some more Wiseguys action in the Bank of Ozark Arena football field. But that's where things got to get a little confusing. But from my understanding from the research I done, if the Wiseguys win, they are number 2. They are number 2. I mean, they got a 10-point lead right now. It's a great lead for the Wiseguys. If they can get a stop here and force Carlos Rogers to have another mistake, cough up the football, throw an interception, stop him on downs, this place is going to go bananas.
Yes, it is. And you are right, Josh Stein, as I look in Josh Stein. If Hot Springs wins this ball game, we're going to be right here in this arena again next Saturday night. So ready for our throw off is Crockett. Throws this one to the right side. Returnable across the 5, slips down. Well, the hardest hit was the block. As Marcel Brooks was the return man, and so it'll be Iowa Woo football from the 5.
So the interesting part about this drive, and Steve, and I want to hear your take on it too, but Rogers has kind of been rattled. I mean, he's had issues. He coughed the ball up. He's having equipment malfunction. So, and right there, false start should have been called earlier. Now it's being called, and they're going to get back to be more. They may even call him for a safety. But my point here is, and this is kind of what I want to hear from you and your standpoint on it, is that has the equipment kind of affected Rogers in a way that the defense has only added on the tension of a pressure to?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think that's maybe part of it, as he's definitely kind of geared up over there, and you've seen him a few wardrobe changes in between. So, yeah.
We're backed up all the way to the wall. No pun intended, because there's walls all around the field.
Rogers rolling left, looking, throwing over the middle, and a nice adjustment, breaks free as he breaks the tackle of Crockett, and give him 6 as Vontre Henderson made the catch and broke the tackle. And this one ain't over yet as the Woo dance in the Wiseguys end zone, and it's a 34-30 game.
And look, and here's what I'll say about that play. And to my best analysis understanding of that play, the defensive back shouldn't have went for the interception or tried to even knock the ball down. He should have went for the initial tackle, stop the touchdown, focus on the next play, but instead you jump in the air, you land kind of awkward, and once the tackle's broken, there was no second chance to get him. I mean, he made one move and he was gone. Oh, bad snap there.
So they look to the middle, instead rolling right, throwing, slipped and incomplete. So it'll stay a 34-30 game with 11:29 to go in the ball game.
But again, now the question becomes, what do you do to stop Carlos Rogers? What do you do to stop Jordan Ambrose? Well, what both teams need to do is they need to start getting to the quarterback. They need to blitz. They need to tell their defensive backs to stay on their feet to stop going for the interceptions.
We're going to have another quarterback battle, apparently.
Could be wrong, but I think our MC here is the one who organized this throw-off. And
yeah, our MC has taken it upon herself to take control of every timeout, which is certainly starting to slow things down. And I mean, you start thinking about momentum, and I get it, we've got a few little games we want to play here, but you potentially are killing your home team's momentum with all these stoppages.
Yeah, there's 11:29 left in the game. We can't be, and look, and I'm not being hypocritical here, or I'm being, super over the top, but you can't go in the field with 11:29 left to go in the game because, like you just said, that kills all the momentum.
I was looking at our comments again, Josh Stein, talking about the crowd. Again, you can't say enough about what Chris Goodman, his staff has done, being able to continue to fill this up. Initially I think the thoughts were 8 o'clock game made more sense because it could get folks off the lakes and over here. But instead, what we've done is moved it to 7, try to get a few more folks in with kids. And my goodness, has it ever worked out. This has been an absolute blast. And cannot thank the Arena League enough, as well as Chris Goodman and the Wiseguys crew, for allowing us to be here and call these games. It's been a ton of fun, but we love it. You guys have enjoyed the calls and enjoyed the ball games. And hopefully we brought you some good stuff here over the last couple of weeks or a couple of months. And if the Wiseguys can hold on for 11:29, we're going to get one more.
Hey, I hope to be back with you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, so our media timeout has ended, and they will throw this off. Throws it away from Evans. He catches it. Oh, my gosh, Evans is popped, and he may not have got out. Let's see where they spot this. We don't have an angle, and they're spotting it at the 1.
A rules official is currently being tied away due to a conversation.
I think they're trying to, I think it was a lost item. I think she thought this was the lost and found. It is not.
Well, the Natural State Sports Network is what this is, partner.
This is the Arena League Network.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I looked down at my shirt, had to remember where it was.
We'll be that place in just a few short weeks for the rest of the year. All right, so backed up into the shadows of their own goal line, the wrong end of the Bud Light red zone is Ambrose in this offense, and this is dangerous. Evans, your motion man. They're going to run behind Hicks. Ambrose finds a hole out across the 5. He pitched it, caught, and that one maybe gained another yard. That may have been more dangerous than it needed to be.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be making a choice like that this far into my own territory, but I mean, I understand why they did it. Great heads-up play there by the Wiseguys offense. But right now, they need to stop worrying about the trick plays and worry about getting the ball into the end zone.
Yeah. Not the other end zone, because that could have very easily went the other way. Either way, it works out. 2nd down, about 4. Ambrose in trouble, steps up, finds his man. That's Hobbs. Hobbs battling, pushing, and he'll finally be taken down, but he's got enough for a Wiseguys first down.
And I guess from here on out, I'm going to have to start watching and counting how many seconds Ambrose has to get the ball off, because it seems like the last 6 plays that the Wiseguys have been on offense, he's had less than 3 seconds to get rid of that ball, because he's got 2 outside guys coming for his head every single play.
Well, and they've done a good job, too. I like what Iowa's doing, kind of twisting some stuff in the middle, too. So you're taking every lane away. Now, this time he's going to be able to throw it, and took out the popcorn tin. That one, oh, no. Hey, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You're going to sit that close to the field, folks. As that ball bounced off a table. Yeah, there we go. She deserves that one. As that lady took that one right off the back of the head, and I can't, I'm not real sure what just happened. Number 8, Jamichael Williams just kind of went down, clutching his right shoulder. And I believe, now I could be wrong, I saw him without a jersey and pads on, but I believe Williams was the one in pregame when they first got here trying to throw out of this end zone and was complaining about a ton of arm pain. And now looks like we've got an injury. We got some fans dancing.
Well, regardless of the fun the fans are having, I hope the injured Woo player is going to be okay. He's going to walk off the field in his own power. But there's 9:34 left to go in the game, Steve, and I don't know, but this has been probably the most exciting that the Wiseguys have been this season.
Yeah, well you go back to the end of last week, too. But, no, you're right. I mean, it's back and forth. It has been a lot of fun. And they got some work to do, though. 9.5 up 4, trying to secure that number 2 seed in a home playoff game. So the motion man James gets off the line with just a light touch. Now Ambrose in trouble, shrugs a man off. Now in a lot of trouble. Ball's out. And, oh, boy, the Woo just pounced on it. And Coach Mann is dancing like a madman up the sideline. And let's see. We're waiting on an official call. There is a fight at the bottom of that. More importantly, Ambrose is very slow. He has not gotten to his feet yet. And it will be, let's see.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by Iowa for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Woo. Big man touchdown again in this building, as your namesake, Mr. Harlan, I think, is the one that fell on it. But of more concern for Wiseguys fans,
I think his knee was down. I hate to cut you off, but I think his knee was down before he lost the ball.
We're going to get a really good look at it. No, nope. And you wish it was, because it was a very awkward turn for Ambrose on the play. Hey, boy. All of a sudden, this place has gone silent. And for multiple reasons, you have to hope, if you're a Wiseguys fan, that Ambrose is okay.
Yeah, because your offense completely changes, and now's not the time for that to happen.
Well, and I don't even know what your offense goes to. We've not seen anybody but Jordan Ambrose in the backfield for the Wiseguys. And so a 36-34 game. As Rogers drops, looking, throwing, wants it in the back corner, and a good play defensively as Crockett got up and swats that one away. But after the turnover and fumble recovery in the end zone for the Woo, it is a 36-34 lead. As Iowa trying to ruin the party here in Hot Springs.
Well, and again, it seems like ever since I said something about Crockett keeping his head on the swivel, every ball that's gone his way has either been deflected or intercepted. But hey, guess what, Steve? We got another throw-off.
That's right.
Media timeout.
We got another throw-off and a lot of football left. 8:57 to go. As we have another quarterback throw-off here. Again, great to see. Oh, nice throw.
Oh, wow.
I believe that's Wally Walcott, Lakeside, I think. They're on Maybe it's not. Oh. So we're going to have to do it again, I think.
You're going to have to.
No. Oh.
Oh, he's getting a trophy too.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they had. I saw the trophy over there on my way in. It was located close to where I got these cute little flashers.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the flashers are where it's at.
Hey, by the way, you want to know what else is cool? Yeah. Hey, you need this for replays. Replay. But our XLR cords down there, they glow in the dark. If only it was dark.
Where'd you get those at?
Guitar Center.
Ooh.
Free plug.
Hey, there you go.
I only spent $1,000 there last week. It was great.
Just put it on the credit card. But hey, remember, pay it off on time.
No. We don't operate with debt here at NSS.
Everything paid in by cash.
That was Walcott down there that just won that. So congratulations to him. All right, so back to football we go. We await our throw off here from JoJo Olabreeze, I believe. Their jerseys numbers are all wadded up, so makes it a little difficult, but I believe it's been Olabreeze the whole time as he rips this one down to the other side. Takes a hop, caught by Evans. And Evans, I tell you, the strategy I love the strategy by the Woo on these throw-offs. And I'm a little surprised that the Wise Guys aren't countering it by moving Evans earlier. They're waiting, and Evans is getting over there very late and not able to catch the ball in the air, and it's just leading to really, really poor field position for the Wise Guys.
But yeah, and the thing is I mean, at the end of the day, how many times are you going to have a throw-off that goes for 20 to 30 yards or even a score? But hey, good news is that Ambrose is back in.
Yeah. He'll hand it away. Evans left side. Evans, oh boy, oh my goodness. Evans is absolutely hammered. And the Wise Guys are going in reverse on these last couple of drives. And we may have an injured Wise Guy. There's Lester and others over there trying to help Evans up. We're going to get a good look at it here. Oh man. And again, we talk about how hard this surface is. And Evans, back of his head, really hit the turf hard. Evans going to stay out there, though, I believe, assuming he knows he's out there. Now Ambrose over the middle. What a catch. Go, big man. Oh, Hobbs was a step away. He could have kept his feet. The former Cleveland Brown about found his way into the end zone for the Wise Guys there.
And look at the replay here, just turn around, quick little tight end pop.
And you need more of that out of Ambrose here on this drive. That beats that quick pressure every single time. Evans, your motion man again. This time they'll give it away. Hicks left side. Hicks, shoestring tackle doesn't work. He bounces off the wall. That'll bring up a second down.
Well, back to your point about the quick little passes is, the Woo has not been defending the short underneath side of the field. So you get those quick pops in, you're driving the ball down the field really well.
Over the middle this time again. Hobbs makes the catch.
That's complete. That's good for a Justin Mitloff. Justin Mitloff for first down.
Now Evans motions again. Look at the block. Hicks, and instead he wanted Hobbs. Hobbs being held. He's begging for a flag. No call. And I tell you, you'd think. We got one. That was my moment. Dang it.
Well, it's funny because I was sitting here out of my pocket trying to throw an imaginary flag, and I just look over my shoulder, and he's just looking right at my soul.
And whistles before the play, and this may add insult to injury.
Timeout.
Nope, timeout.
Hot Springs. First
That's tough,
charge
though.
time out of the half.
That's their first time out of the second half, so still 2 left. And for those of you who don't know, we were I have a penalty flag in my hand, and I had contemplated the consequences of throwing this on the field mid-play, right? And it kind of goes in line with Andy Gates, who's down there on our whatever he's doing job down there on production. We've asked several officials in the middle of basketball games, because we call our basketball games from courtside, what does it take for us to get a technical foul? And so we've maybe tried a few times. There's been a few moments it's been close. So I wonder if I could get a personal foul. But the funny part about that whole interaction there was, of course, we have the replay official here with us. We were both looking at each other waiting for a flag. Hobbs waiting for a flag, and the replay official says, I don't have one to throw. We were like, got ya. Now we're getting the fans enjoying. Oh, I don't think those two guys really want to swerve. Or maybe one does. And the ladies behind are swerving and other things. I'm not sure what the rest of that was.
They're getting into it.
That's right. They're going to be over at Maxine's after this. Ambrose drops, looking right, throwing. Got Evans, and Evans couldn't hold on to it, and then he pays for it as he is nearly split in half on the wall, and he's still there. And I'm not sure if he's hurt or if he's just checking to make sure a kid that he ran into is okay. I think Evans took the worst of that one. Evans. Give him credit, the toughness to stay in. You look at this play. Oh,
it hit him in the face.
That's one of those you just hate, because you know, if I'm going to take that much contact, I really wish I would have held on to that football.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a kid down there sitting and wearing a purple shirt. The ball hit him right in the face.
Whew. Third down, looking, and nice play. That one tipped out of there by number 1, Marcel Brooks, and that'll bring up a 4th down. I'll tell you what, the bravest person in this building is this lady with her baby on the side rail. Not this guy. That seems like a not smart move.
Timeout, Hot Springs.
And so another timeout here for the Wiseguys. With 5:10 to play, they're down to 1 timeout, and that could play big.
Well, and I know it's going to sound crazy, but you go back to that media timeout that was taken for the throw-off, and I'm not going to say that's caused the delay in the momentum, but it didn't help.
It certainly didn't help. You were seeing the absolute just constant, pressure that the Wiseguys were putting on, and then back-to-back media timeouts kind of slowed things down, and since then, this Iowa defense has just taken over.
Well, and the crowd's getting into it. They're going to need to get behind this team for this big play because, quite frankly, this could be the ball game.
We saw some craziness at the end of the Goats game last week.
We did.
Anything can happen with 5:10 to go. But I tell you what, our fans have found their way to the Bud Light Red Zone, as you can see. We're going to need this offense to find its way to the Bud Light Red Zone.
I had the privilege of standing beside 2 of the most important people here last time we were here for the Goats game, Justin Wayne, the head coach of the Kings, and Chris Goodman, the GM of the Wiseguys.
Good place to be. Now Crockett, your motion man. Got a penalty. They'll dump this one off. Hicks makes the catch. Instead of a hurdle, he spins. He's got a first down, and we'll see what the penalty is. Multiple flags.
Well, it looked like one of the receivers got tripped by the defense on the initial motion, but
Harlan's pointing at the Wiseguys, but that may be more of a hopeful point. We'll see.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Illegal substitution on the Wiseguys.
How do you get an illegal substitution out of a timeout? I'll tell you what, that's got to be frustrating. Wow. So they came out with 8. Wow. I tell you what, that's tough. To come out of a timeout and you go back, and now they still, they still had 8 on the field. Now they get it right as they get Hicks off the field. Now Ambrose on 4th and forever, slips.
Oh, wow.
He's got to pitch it. Instead, ball comes loose, scooped up by the Woo, and it's going to be 1st and goal, Woo. And boy, things are falling apart. We've got multiple injured players down for the Wiseguys. Lou Dorsey's injured. I saw Lester frustrated. I believe that's Wayne Callwood who's still down. I'm trying to see the number.
Well,
Natalie White, we have your bag purse up here at the announcer.
I hate to say it, but that's going to suck all the momentum out of the Wiseguys.
Yeah, the defense is going to have to come out. Now, here's the good, well, it's going to be tough. Obviously, it's going to be Woo ball inside the 5-yard line. The defense has got to step up. We've seen them do it, though. And here's the other great thing. A touchdown isn't the end of the world as long as they don't get the conversion. Because right now, touchdown still an 8-point game. But again, a lot of time to play. There's 4:41 left in this game. As we'll see the replay here. And this was just a tough play. Ambrose slipped and really probably should have just went down. Instead, in the moment of trying to pitch it, oh, and that's actually that is Hobbs who was down on the play, and you hate to see that for as good a night as Vincent Hobbs has had.
Well, and I like to remind everybody who's watched this game of what happened last time the Wiseguys was playing the Goats. I mean, a lot of us thought that the game was over, and they ended up throwing an interception in the end zone.
Yeah, well, you had at the end of that one, you had the big touchdown pass that gave the Goats the lead, going for 2 up 37-35. The interception by Crockett nearly returned just to tie the game up, but then we got to see Kyle Lester make the biggest catch probably of his life, big man touchdown to put the Wiseguys up, and then a Hail Mary falls short for the Goats, and that's why we're where we are today. The clock runs, 4:34 to go, and the Woo in prime position. Motioning, they hand it away, and good pursuit there on that play as Jamon Williams came from the backside to make that tackle.
Well, disadvantage here is the Wiseguys, according to the scoreboard, have only one timeout left, and we're playing with a running clock up until 2 minutes.
That's right. Well, and to add insult to injury to that one timeout left, one of those timeouts, you likely might have had a first down coming out of the timeout, and instead you get called for too many men on the field out of the timeout. It's negated that and then led to the subsequent fumble and recovery by the Woo. So 2nd down, and we've got a penalty, delay of game.
Delay of game.
Rogers looks confused.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That could be huge. The fans getting into it, the defense a chance, and the delay of game. I don't know.
That's a moment right here where you can get some momentum back if you can get a stop. And again, we talk about this condensed field. It's already hard enough in a condensed field at the NFL 100-yard field to score. Now you shrink it down to half that size and you take away some of the options. This is a tough position and really benefits the defense. That one bobbled. Rogers looking to escape, and he launches this one, going to make its way out of bounds. And boy, fortunate for the Woo that he got that one out. And it'll be 3rd down. Taylor Hunt out there hunting big game, and he found him a Woo.
That's almost exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry to steal your thunder there.
No, you're all good.
Great minds and voices think alike.
Rogers is hurt. He's pointing at his elbow. He was pointing at his elbow to his coach.
You know, he's been beat up too, and you wonder how much that takes out of the passing game for him. And it looks like the Woo are going to let this run down and call a timeout to give Rogers a moment to maybe shake some of that out. But we've seen it all night. You know, he's been over here in their corner.
Iowa.
Wardrobe changes, changing out
half.
different pads, putting different pads underneath. And so you wonder just how much that impacts his ability to throw the football.
Well, and I'm not sure if it happened on the hit or if it's just a combination of things that have transpired in this game. But, I mean, he looks at the coach, and he's holding his arm, and he immediately starts pointing towards his elbow. Now, I don't know if that means that it's possibly inflamed or if he's, just beat up and he hit his funny bone, but it's not funny. But regardless of the fact, with that possibly being a momentum shift for the Wise Guys, we'd have to see on this play.
Well, more importantly, you have to, and again, I know that Woo lead by 2, but now both teams with 1 timeout left. But I think more importantly, what you got to look at there was Coach Mann trying to call a pass play? And that's when Rogers looked at him and said, hey.
Yeah.
And so now they have to burn that timeout and come have this conversation. Makes you wonder if this changes things here for the Woo. All right, so 2:42 to go in the ball game. 1 timeout left for each team, plus the 2-minute warning. Rogers puts Brown in motion, rolls left. Now he's in trouble, being chased, looking. He is hammered. Down he goes at the 20-yard line. What a play by the Darren Primes.
Watch this replay. Not only does number 13 break pressure, but my goodness, what a man Jordan Lavert is. Just came through and gave him a grown man shove. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I was looking at the wrong roster. But Primes comes through there and gives him a shove. Got a little excited there.
It happens.
Yeah.
But again, you wonder, when you look at the situation, Rogers was very hesitant to throw that ball. All right, 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
We're going to be back with what should be an exciting finish.
It's slam dunks and table talks. New wheels and Oldsmobiles. Lookalikes and looks like a party. Your life is a series of snapshot moments. With Cedar Valley Hospice, you can continue creating memories worth a second look and make each moment matter. Add to your story with Cedar Valley Hospice.
I'd like a number 2.
Husband drove into the mailbox.
You've got it.
Hey, Pete, the usual? My grandson hit the car with the baseball. Give me a number 7, please.
Odell Collision. Unbeatable repair is back on the menu.
In football, the goal is to avoid collisions, but on the road, sometimes collisions are unavoidable. When your car takes a hit, don't throw in the towel. Turn to Iowa Auto Rebuilders. With our full service facility and excellent workmanship, you'll receive high-quality auto repairs and a hassle-free experience. Visit our website at iowaautorebuilders.com.
All right. Welcome back as we are live here from Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. And so the Woo facing a 4th down and goal.
Ball.
Dropped it. Ball's down. There was a whistle.
Start.
We're going to get a false start. Taylor Hunt recovers it with his knees. But really a break for the Woo as it's going to be a false start.
5-yard penalty.
Blows the play dead and it'll stay 4th down.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes. Thank you.
You got to think, did the Woo surrender the ball here?
I don't think so. Not at midfield, although it would not be the worst idea. And they're not. Now we've seen the Wise Guys convert on these long 4th downs. Justin Brown The big receiver right here outside the numbers on the near side. He'll be the motion man. They'll back the safeties up. Hunting his man, looking for Rogers. They throw middle, caught. And now some moves needed for Henderson. Henderson going to be wrapped up, trying to pull it out of there. Instead falls forward to the 5-yard line. And that might have worked out about the best it could have for the Woo. It'll be a turnover on downs, but they ate up 20 yards of field position in the process, so it works almost like a great punt.
And Hunt almost got back into the backfield to get a sack there. I don't know if you caught that on that play.
All right, so it'll be Jordan Ambrose in the offense. They are 44 yards away from pay dirt. Ambrose looking,
Oh, wow.
Intercepted. Now looking to return it, and Lester makes the tackle, and that may just about do it, Tristan.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened on that play that caused the interception. I don't know if we're going to get another look on it or not, but on the initial play, number 11, Terrell Brown got hit. Terrell Brown got hit in his initial motion, and he hit the wall, which allowed this defense to kind of shift their coverage and get right on Trevon James.
Well, and listen, the other piece to that is you wonder if there's any miscommunication, because James is a guy, while he's had a great night, hasn't had a lot of opportunities with Ambrose. Now you're missing a guy in Aaron Dilworth who's not on the field, and you saw that. It looked like Ambrose expected James to sit that route down, which is actually exactly what Frankie Solomon Jr. did.
Right.
He set it down like the receiver, and instead James cut out on that play, and it looks like that may have been a miscommunication. James thought it was an out route. Ambrose thought it was a curl.
Timeout, Iowa. That's
Iowa's
their
going
third
to burn
and final
their last
timeout of the
timeout
half.
here with 1:40 as they couldn't get their set in. And now it'll be 1st and goal after the turnover.
So call me crazy, but here's the worst case scenario. Of course, worst case scenario, if you're a Wise Guys fan, is the Woo score here. They go up big with only a minute left. But you saw this last defensive drive for the Wise Guys, and they were able to get Carlos Rogers to go back 20 yards when they were right on the knocking on the door of the end zone. So if a big play happens where a crazy turnover occurs, we possibly are going to see this roof explode.
Here's my question. Do you just let them score and hope to stop the two? 'Cause then you're going to have
You almost want to.
Yeah, because then at least you're going to get a chance to tie it.
But again, it raises the question, does Bones Bagante trust Ambrose enough to allow that to happen?
Well, either way, you're either going to get it back with very little time on the clock and down 2, or they're going to score a touchdown here and you're at least going to have time to work with in a timeout. We'll see what the decision is. Showing pressure, tend to snap it on the ground, and they get all over Rogers, and they did not let him score. Timeout, I believe. Are they going to use the timeout? They have not. They're going to let this clock run. So they still haven't started the play clock, and keeping an eye on it here. Still waiting on the play clock to start. And now it rolls, and we're basically right on it. A minute. They can hold this all the way to about 1:01 before they got to snap it. They're going to run some guys on late. They may not even snap it. They're out of timeouts, but they may go ahead and take the delay of game, and they're going to. I'm not sure about that strategy. So there's your delay of game with 59 seconds.
Delay of game, offense.
So that almost gives the Wise Guys an extra timeout.
Second down.
It does. It allows you that extra time. Not sure that I agree with that strategy. And again, the Wise Guys still have one timeout remaining.
I almost foresee if they go past here that we're going to see a turnover.
Brown's your motion man. Rogers drops. Pressure coming. Rogers steps up through it, looking. Left side. Still looking. Line drive throw.
Oh, well,
Brown caught it.
I
And
was wrong.
touchdown. And that should be a penalty, and it is. Brown threw the ball at the defender after the play. Now Kyle Lester gets in on the act, and now we might, oh, careful now. What we don't want to see is this get too crazy. Right now, this works in the Wise Guys' favor because you're going to be able to back them up 15 on the two-point conversion. So you want this, or you can take it on the kickoff, I'm assuming. I'm curious on that, if whether or not they can choose which direction. I would take it on the 2 because you cannot allow them to score a two-point conversion here. Any conversion here, and this one is, in essence, over. There is an onside kick rule in this league if it's necessary. The onside conversion, if trailing, teams may elect to attempt an onside conversion to maintain possession after they score. The team will attempt a 4th and 20 from their own 5-yard line. If they're successful, they maintain possession.
Wow. But here's my question for that rule. Does it burn any time off the clock?
I would assume you'll have clock running. It's a conversion play. So we'll see how they adjudicate this as our white hat
The
makes
result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, that 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the result of the throw-off.
Okay, so they're going to take it on the throw-off, which makes sense because you'll be able to get 15 on top of whatever your return is. But, and I'm not real sure why, other than I guess maybe if you set up to go for 2, you do keep your quarterback run open here. If you go for 1, you're snapping from the 5. You take that element out of your offense here. So I wonder if that's part of the play here as to why they would set up to go for 2. And an important moment because, again, a conversion of any sort pretty well takes this game out. Brown again, the motion man. Rogers steps up, being chased. Ball's loose. Oh, pick it up. Hunt trying to get it, and that one will be falling on. Hunt had a chance to cut this to 42-36, which would have been massive in that moment. And instead, it's recovered by the Lou. And with 40 seconds to go and 1 timeout, the Wise Guys need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
You've almost got to go deep here. I mean, if you do not take the throw off and get a good return, then you've almost got to go deep to Terrell Brown.
Hey, I want to say a huge thanks. We do read this, by the way, just so you know. We do read the chat. So it's not by a miracle. I like to read our chat. It's fun. I love to see what you guys have to say. But, Aaron Feely, thank you for that clarification. So, on that 4th down conversion, it is an untimed down. So the clock does not run.
So thank you to whoever said that.
Aaron Feely, he's
shout out Aaron Feely. Thanks,
color
man.
guy for the Goats. So enjoyed having the Goats in town last week. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. But we do. I love watching the comments. We do it on our main broadcast that we do across all of our high school networks that we have. Now, outside of Trip Keeter. Trip Keeter's a little soft. He likes to push the button to mute things and only let certain people talk. But I love to hear it all. Bring it on. I'm not thin-skinned. I know I'm not perfect at this game.
Oh, yeah. It's the only way you get better.
But I just try to have fun and hopefully bring the excitement to you guys. I know, Tristan, you're the same way.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Our throw off, 40 seconds to go. Line drive, that will bounce, I believe, and it did. Outside, this is a huge break for the Wise Guys. The ball did not make it into the landing zone. And so it's going to be Wise Guys football all the way at the 10 because they get it at the 25, and the unsportsmanlike penalty is going to move this ball all the way to the 10-yard line.
I forgot about that.
This is huge.
The throw-off did not reach the 10-yard line in the air.
This is huge.
By rule, the ball's placed at the 25-yard line.
But if they score, they still need the 2-point conversion.
Penalty from the previous unsportsmanlike conduct.
Wow.
First down.
So this is inside the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 Wise Guys from the 13-yard line. All right, so Ambrose in the offense. Motion Chapman. Stepping up is Ambrose, in trouble, throws it back in the end zone. Brown, oh, great defensive play As I said Brown, I believe that was Chapman who elevated for it. But a great play out there by Frankie Solomon Jr. to knock that one away. Blake Morris says, we're trying to lose. It feels like both teams are trying to lose this game at certain points so far.
Right.
Shake and bake, is that a good difference or a bad difference? So Ambrose on second down. Tell you, the Wiseguys getting all the breaks right now. Evans, your motion man. He gets knocked off his route. Ambrose steps up. A lot of room. Ambrose like a loaf of bread. Ambrose, give him 6. Oh, late hit. And the late hit. Ambrose, give him 6. And it is a 2-point game. And Ambrose took a shot into that wall as you see him limping back away. And again, these walls don't break away. They are metal and they don't feel good. That ball got launched. And so now I appreciate that shake and bake. James Micah says, let's get this in high school. I think that means high school. We have it.
A touchdown.
So touchdown, Wiseguys. Personal foul as they lose. Really are feeling like they're trying to lose this.
Will be enforced half the distance. There will be a 2-point try from the 5-yard line.
So watch this replay here. So he's going to scramble out of the pocket and just absolutely take a, oh my goodness.
That's bad football right there, man. You can't do that. That's Marcel Brooks, who's had a great game, but you can't do that. All right, here we go. They'll go for 1. Wait, what? Now rolling to his right, Ambrose in trouble in his dumps. So I'm assuming we're going to see that onside conversion here. I'm lost as to why they would have went for 1.
Well, you got to remember the unnecessary roughness possibly could have moved him up with the 2.
Oh, you're right. Half the distance. You are absolutely right. I'm sorry. I see, and here's my thing, and I think that's what Bones is trying to get a clarification on. So here's my problem with that. You took the penalty there, and you didn't have to.
Right.
What my concern would be is,
again, Springs has elected an onside play. It'll be 4th
so they will try the onside play.
But
here's where my concern is you take Ambrose's legs out of the play.
Right.
Your play call does not allow for Ambrose to do anything other than throw it when you take that penalty down to the 5.
Well, and I've seen this in the comment section, and I'm going to bring this up too, but you got to think, if this conversion is good, will Ambrose even be healthy enough next week to play at 100%?
Hey, we've seen him get banged up last week. The folks at Spa City Therapy are going to have him hooked up. I promise you.
I may need to go there.
He will be in recovery mode all week long. I can promise you. Either way, which I haven't seen results of the other games so far, but I do believe, regardless of what happens here, this Wiseguys team should be in the postseason. All right, so here we go. So again, we talked about it again earlier. 1 opportunity at a 4th and 20. From the 5, so they got to get out to the 25. Ambrose drops, looking, launching. Chapman is there. He's behind him. He got it! Chapman caught it! Chapman caught it at the 1. What a play! Oh my goodness! What did we just witness?
Roderick Chapman, wow! You, sir. Okay, watch this play here. So he's going to drop back. Pressure coming. The best throw we've seen him make all game. Okay, right there. Franklin backpedals, and he trips himself up and allows him to get under the ball and allow Chapman to be in better position. I don't know if we can go back to that after the official review, but Chapman backpedals, and he almost slips on the initial turnaround for the ball. So that allowed Ambrose to just barely tip that ball in, and what us younger people call an absolute dot.
Unbelievable. Now the concern turns as Chapman is banged up on the play. Oh my God. Never in my life have I seen anything like this. Unbelievable. And now we just hope that Chapman's okay.
He got the wind
And
knocked
look, I
out of
mean,
him.
he's got the same face I had. My goodness gracious. Camera.
But again, I don't know if we can go back to that. Okay,
Yeah, here we go.
Right here. I don't know where he is, but he's going to slip right there. He's going to start, when he starts his back pedal, Avery's camera had it best.
Oh.
But when he starts the back pedal.
Can we? So we're reviewing this right now. I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off.
no, you're good.
But watch the play.
Okay, right there.
When he goes down, he drops it, but it never hits the ground. Look at this.
Oh.
Off his face mask, and he still caught it. That's what we're looking at right now. Yes.
So he's down at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I don't know what we do here. Do we get it at the 1, I'm assuming?
So I just was talking to the official over here. The play's complete.
Okay.
But he's down at the 1.
Right.
But again, you watch this play and watch number 8 here. On his initial turn, he slips right there. He slips. It allows the play to be caught, pass to be caught.
Chapman is being taken off to a standing ovation as he's being helped off the field.
Walker's just lost.
Well, that doesn't really matter to us much. Yeah, Cena, you're right. This field is hard. I do agree. We need to get some padding under this thing before, hopefully before next week, but if not, definitely before next season. Okay, so we are fresh set now. First down, correct. Yes. So it's 1st and goal. 1 timeout, 20 seconds on the clock just to set it up. Touchdown. It's not over yet, but a chance it is. Ambrose can't run. Rolls right. Got his man open. Oh! Jordan was as surprised as the rest of us.
You're not going to get that good of a look twice.
Oh, wide open in the corner, and the ball just stuck to his hands. He had Evans wide open. Man. So 16 seconds. Listen, maybe not the end of the world. You probably want some clock to come off. I know the Woo have no timeouts left, but we've seen crazier things. This is what's so much fun about this league. Evans again, your motion man. Ambrose rolling that way over the middle, and Brown couldn't come up with it as that one falls to the turf.
12 seconds left, 2-point game, 1 timeout. Watch the replay. He's got 2. Okay, I don't know. But he has 2 open receivers there, and they collide with one another. So that allows the ball to go right past.
Hicks and Brown both there. 3rd down and goal.
Ambrose can't run.
Nope. Evans, the motion man. Ambrose. Oh, he's got James. And tipped and incomplete.
The game is on the line. 6 seconds left.
It'll be 4th down. And he missed James initially.
Hot Springs.
And Wiseguys are going to use their final timeout here before our 4th down play. Have you ever seen anything like this, Tristan?
Not in arena football, but again, it was my dream to call an arena football game. But, okay, I will say this. You go back last college football season, Arkansas State was playing the University of Central Arkansas in Jonesboro. Corey Rucker catches the game-winning touchdown on the left side of the end zone, and he comes down with it. Everybody thinks it's an incomplete pass, but we roll it back because I was working for the ESPN Plus crew at the time, and he catches it, touchdown. Well, later after the fact, Jack Allen from KATV posted it. Everybody was in a turmoil of it. The Sun Belt came out and said it was incomplete after the fact, but that's about the craziest I've ever seen.
I tell you, even the conversion had some feel for you Razorback fans, a 4th and 25 in Ole Miss, and the Hunter Henry heave. It felt like that. This was the Ambrose heave. And now, I think they turned the music up in this place, my goodness gracious. Bring it down. All right, here we go. So 4th and goal, Ambrose. Chapman's gonna be your motion man. They give it to Chapman. Chapman's gonna throw it. Got it! Touchdown, Wiseguys! Touchdown, Wiseguys! Evans scores. There's 2 seconds on the clock, and it's pandemonium in Banco ZK Arena as the Wiseguys take the lead 46-42. Bones Bagante, the magician of offensive play calls.
I tell you what, for a guy that played defensive back at the University of Cincinnati, he's a wizard when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. But again, I want to shout out Witchy Hall talking about Arena's version of the 13-second Chiefs-Bills game.
Unbelievable finish.
Marcel Brooks, he just gave up on that play. Number one for the Woo, Marcel Brooks.
Well, Brooks is the one that committed the personal foul in the back of the end zone, too. So they'll go for one. This will make it a 5-point game. Still a little surprising. Evans, the motion man, lobs it up. Dorsey, no. No, that no, it's not over. No, we got to keep folks off the field. It's not over. Clock should not have ran on the conversion. There's still 2 seconds to play. We're still going to get some fireworks in this building.
Everybody's jumping the gun. We still have a throw-off to complete.
Please put 2 seconds on the clock.
Now, here's what's important more than anything if you're DeWandre Crockett, if that's who is the throw-off man here. Get it in the landing zone.
I swear. And I'll tell you, I haven't been there for the state championship for basketball where they come down here at the same arena.
I don't want to talk about it.
But I don't know if it's ever been this chaotic for that.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
It was that chaotic.
It was that chaotic?
Yeah, 5A state championship game.
Oh, did Maumelle lose?
I cried.
Oh.
Up 7 with 13 seconds.
Man, Maumelle Hornets and the Arkansas Razorbacks, you just got a thing for teams that choke, eh?
We're going to break it right here. These Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas Wiseguys are not going to choke. By God, the Razorback basketball team might. Dave Van Horn and the baseball team might. The football team, you can't even call it choking anymore.
Yeah,
they just fail to breathe. But our Wiseguys, they're going to get it done right here.
So here's a good question. If the score holds, is the Woo's season over?
I have no idea. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. All right, so here we go. It'll be Crockett to throw it.
I just received confirmation if the Woo lose, their season is over.
All right. I believe that's Leverett, the speedster. We've seen his speed. He's the return man. This one thrown deep into the landing zone.
Wow.
Great throw. Stuck in the end zone. Leverett in trouble. Leverett dumped. Clock runs. Ball game! Your Hot Springs Wiseguys are the 2 seed as we head into the Arena League playoffs, and we'll play right here on Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena next Saturday night for a chance to play for an Arena League championship.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Wow!
What a finish here in Hot Springs. I want to say thanks to everybody for joining us here tonight on the Arena League Network. It's been Steve Henson, Tristan Harlan. Great job by our crew, Ray Ann, Kristen Henson, Avery McMullen. See you right here in